workers, but none of you can be the boss. Turns out you all lack that secret sauce. No one watches you cause no one cares. Treat you like a pregnant woman, kick you down the stairs. Laugh as you tumble your way down. I'm the ringmaster, you're just a clown. Exposed yourself for someone to ignore. Can't even laugh at you cause you're just a bore. Thought Tony's back and you're deep in the shit. Cause like Wu-Tang, he ain't nothing to fuck with. Put your affairs in order, get your soul right. Your career might be over at the end of the night. Lots of work good when you wave down on the ringmaster. You're just a clown. Exposed yourself for someone to ignore. Can't even laugh at you cause you're just a bore. Thought Tony's back and you're deep in the shit. Just like Wu-Tang, he ain't nothing to fuck with. Put your affairs in order, get your soul right. Your career might be over at the end of the night. Thought Tony came back to clear the board. Turns out he's on a mission from the Lord. You bottom feeders say you're just in it for fun. Thought Tony treats it serious, he's the chosen one. You'd be big time if you were able, but I can even trick you all under the table and still put on a better show than any of you. This is what I was born to do. Making fun of losers like you comes naturally. That's why I can do it so easily. So go run back into your hole, cause what I say will cut to your soul. So Tony's back and you're deep in the shit. Cause like Wu-Tang, he ain't nothing to fuck with. Put your affairs in order, get your soul right. Your career might be over at the end of the night.
Meet Frog Tony in his green suit slick. He's got the moves and a clever trick, leading the bottom feeders with a wink. They're clueless puppets on a string, I think. In the swamp where the croaking never stops, Tony's got the plan and there is props. Every leap he takes they blindly follow, but they don't see they're in the marshy hollow. Frog Tony plays the game so fine, twisting minds like a tangled vine. Bottom feeders dance to his tune underneath the laughing moon. They're mucking around while Tony's in the lead, thinking they're the ones who plant the seed. But the truth hidden in the murky deep, Tony's got the reins while they just leap. He croaks a command, they jump and cheer. Not a clue, there's trouble near. Frog Tony grins, a mastermind, leaving the bottom feeders so behind. Frog Tony plays the game so fine, twisting minds like a tangled vine. Bottom feeders dance to his tune underneath the laughing moon.
What's up, meatbags? It is the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, the great brown hope, and your detractor pope, the one, the only, that dipshit that calls himself Frog Tony. TJ, that's a long fucking introduction. We got to cut that down. We gotta stop letting people give me so many names.
Right.
Some of the accolades. And look at this. Eric Winberg talking about accolades, hitting us right off the bat with the #1 Shiba Inu. Look at that. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. TJ, we got so much to cover. We got to do a celebrity butt challenge. I got some good, wholesome asses for us to look at. Only the most wholesome of posteriors, right? You know, none of that, none of them slutty asses, TJ. This is all nice, wholesome, family friendly, classy asses, right? That's what we're looking at. Some classy,
right?
So we got to do that. But before that, we got to give our man Eric Winberg a little veto.
DI rules.
Cosmic Vader says, "Woo! Saturday night. Cosmic sent me a whole bunch of buttons that I gotta go through to find some good ones to add, to change. You know, I gave you a shout out on Tiamed's stream. What? Why were you on Tiamed's? What the hell's going on here? So, in addition to that, we got to talk some Star Wars, some Avengers, some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff. We got Sega shit on the agenda. I got something about a Kickstarter game that's not going to release, even though it made $300,000. Stellar Blade stuff, some Gooner stuff, bud. I got to talk some Gooner.
Oh, of course. Jiggle physics, bud.
Yeah, all the jiggle physics. Whatever. Yeah, I can't even say that word. I can't even say it wrong. It's so like weird the way he says it. I can't even imitate it.
Yeah, for some reason, there are times where the G turns into a K. So it becomes jiggle physics.
Then, of course, I got some trailers I want to look at. We want to talk about the Fantastic Four movie. I'm hearing bad things about this, TJ. I'm hearing that it's going to be a feminist. It's going to be just a DI. Woke. Woke is the word. The Fantastic Woke is what I'm hearing. I don't like that. And then we got some other odds and ends. I got a couple of Twitter things I want to go over. There's a new superhero. Did you hear about this, TJ?
Oh, no.
Brand new, just got introduced. I got the exclusive. I just put it up on Twitter. It's an exclusive. A lot of people haven't heard about this, right? It's a little indie character, right? It's a lot of people are going to get mad at me for promoting Pride Month, okay? # Pride Month. So it is June, and this character, it's an indie comic. It is. It's a very inclusive character. It is, cuckbeard included. It is. I don't know why you're laughing, TJ. It's not a laughing matter. Okay. Apparently, this character is really near and dear to the creator's heart. It represents himself. It's like his idealized self. Okay?
Right.
So let me introduce you guys in case you haven't seen it. This June, introducing the Gatriarch, TJ.
Oh, shit.
He's proud and he's purple. It's out there letting everybody know. Just let it all hang out, TJ, as you do. We even got an appearance from Liam Gray. Liam Gray's there pointing out that he's got no penis. He goes, look at that cuck. He's got no penis.
I think he's just a Barbie doll, I guess.
Yeah, he's like a Ken doll.
Yeah.
So, in case you guys want to support, in case you got some homosexual friends that you want to buy a comic for, there it is. The Gatriarch. Where's the bulge, Jerry?
Dollman reboot. Let's go.
Yeah, that was sent to me. Someone actually sent that to me. They're like, hey, check this out. I was like, oh my God, that's too hilarious. There's another one. I don't know if you've seen the other one that I put up. This person took like all the preview pages and recolored it. So it looks like the Patriarch's naked. I think it's hilarious. Look at it.
Finbar brought this up. We also have Liam Gray himself as a security guard in Awesome Amphibian Adventures.
Look at it. It works so good. When the person sent me this, right, they sent me the images. And at first, I didn't realize anything was wrong. I was like, oh, man, that costume is really gay looking. He's like, it looks like he's naked. And I was like, he's like, oh, yeah, I recolored it. I'm like, I didn't even know. I'm like, dude, you recolored it so well that I didn't even notice that it was recolored. Yeah, it's the same. This is some professional level work. When we meme things, TJ, when we
Oh yeah.
we go the extra mile, right? There's none of this amateur level shit, okay?
Did you see
we
me
are-
redraw the Violator clown as Sturgis?
I did see that. So there you go, guys. Go support the Gatriarch. It's got the wrong name. It's got a misprint on it, but you know, it's more valuable that way, right? When it's misprinted with the wrong character name, or I'm told something like that. You guys are underselling how funny that looks. It's genius. Need more hairlines.
I like how he's cross-legged too, you know, because he's like
Yeah.
covering himself.
He's embarrassed.
polite.
You know,
Yeah.
it's cold
Well,
outside. He's like, oh man. He's like, it's fucking
Yeah.
cold. You don't want no one to see. What was the other thing on Twitter I wanted to go over? Put something else. Do you remember what it was, TJ? The other thing on Twitter that I was talking about earlier?
I think those are the only ones I've seen.
I did something. There was something. Oh, yeah. I remember what it is. TJ. Every once in a while, something happens that is truly amazing, right? Truly, and I can't undersell this, okay? There are literally hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels, tens of thousands of YouTube channels, live streaming at any given moment, right? In the category of entertainment, TJ, okay? Entertainment, okay? There's thousands of channels, okay? Channels that are way bigger than we are, TJ, okay?
Of course, yeah.
And so the Playboard has a ranking, right? It ranks the channels by how much money they bring in, right? You could filter it by different things, but like if you filter by how much money a channel brought in, it'll tell you who was the leader for that day, week, month, year, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, I said, hey, let's see where the channel ranks, right? Let's see where the channel ranks. TJ, out of the thousands, the tens of thousands of channels that get super chats, that do live streams, okay, this channel here, this small, tiny channel, DJ, tiny, we're little.
That's right.
We were ranked number 92, TJ.
Oh shit!
The 92nd most super chatted channel for that day. 92. That's fucking amazing. That is it's insane for me to even consider that of all the channels that we somehow got into not only the top 100, TG, but a little further in, right? 92.
Hell yeah!
Understand, TJ? I understand now why all these other guys are jealous of us. All that, they're always talking about
Of course.
super chats. Tony gets. Why is Tony getting super chats? Why is Tony making money?
Super chats are haram.
92. Haram. I want you to look. We beat out Comics Division. Okay, that's a well-known Lol Cow Cafe. Lol Cow Cafe.
Lol Cow
We
Cafe.
beat them out. See who else? It's on this
Dan
list.
Lawless in the chat. Hail.
What's up? Hail, Dan Lawless. Trying to look for some other notable people that we might know of. Who are those? Who are these podcasts? TJ, the guy that was on the Dick Show, not this last Friday, but the previous Friday, Carl. That's who he's from. WATP. Who are these podcasts? We beat them. Way bigger, way more well known. Okay, Chrissy Mayer. We beat Chrissy Mayer because she's not funny. Okay.
People are beginning.
I know
to
you
realize.
guys. You guys are probably like, this is some bullshit, Tony. Look at Blame Katie. We beat Blame Katie. I don't know who that is, but I just like the name because we're blaming Katie for shit.
We're blaming Katie.
We beat fucking Rip Rogers. We beat a wrestling legend.
God damn.
And then just a whole bunch of other people that I have no idea who they are. Man, it really goes to show, TJ. We beat Just Pearly Things. Just Pearly Things. Pearl.
Good.
These are channels that get thousands more views than we do. But somehow, you guys are more dedicated. You guys in the chat are better fans than the thousands, the hundreds of thousands of views they get. I want you to remember that. Don't sell yourself short, Comicsgate. 92. That's the Comicsgate bump. Okay, I want you to understand that. For all those people saying Comicsgate can't raise no money, Comicsgate got no fucking clout. Y'all took this little fucking channel all the way to 92. I think we can go higher, TJ. I think we can go higher. I think we can convince these guys to give us enough money to maybe crack that top 50 one day.
Work hard enough, yeah.
No, whoa, TJ. This whole thing isn't about working hard. This is about making money. TJ, if I want to work hard and go get a job, TJ, what are you talking about, buddy? I just want you guys to give me money. I'm just trying to motivate them to throw money at me like I'm a hooker, like I'm dancing on the pole or something. I'm not trying to do some hard work. Whoa.
Well, I was told that I do dance every night, you know.
Yeah. TJ know what they're talking about. Hey guys, let's do some hard work. Damn foreigners. That's why you need to get deported, TJ. All right. Enough of silliness. How's your day been, TJ? We're alone. It's me and you. Otto's probably asleep or with his landlady or got kicked out. One of the three. It's one of those three possibilities.
Finbar's out there, MIA, you know.
He's in the chat. I think he's on location again. World War III is kicking off. Apparently we were bombing Iran or something, and I don't know. But
I'm finally getting used to staying standing, so that's good. I can understand why Az quit. You know, he changed his background, and he's just sitting there, bud.
Just sitting there, bud. What do you think you are, Elton John? You're still standing?
Yes. I did get a taller stand for my PC because, goddamn, I don't know how. I think people hang their screens on the wall or some shit. I'm too tall. Okay. It's not working for me, but now we're fine. We're still going.
Nice. And I know you're working on some things. We got. If you were looking to get in on the AAA team up mock covers, I think we got them all covered now, right, TJ? I think we're filled up. We're all booked up.
That's right.
If you didn't get in where you fit in, maybe next time. Maybe we'll have something else to come around.
I would say maybe after we're done working on the comic, I can work on a few magnets, but that's about it.
Yes, Trump decided to join Israel's was of genocide. I think you mean wars of genocide, but I hear you. Are you saying Altoy fanboy is like the meme from Kingpin? Yes, except for his landlady is apparently hot. I need to go visit Altoy. Go visit my good friend Altoy and let the landlady be introduced.
Be his wingman.
Right. No. He could be my wingman. Is what I'm saying. He had a shot. You know. MIA my ass. I'm here. Here, but you're not here. Right? You got to be here. K-pop Demon Hunters, Tony. Watch it. It's amazing. It's my new idea. I seen the little picture for it on the Netflix, whatever. I was like, that seemed interesting. I go, oh look, they stole fucking Niobe's idea, right? K-pop superheroes. It's like Larry's gonna send them a cease and desist.
It's the first thing that crossed my mind.
Speaking of Larry, this is not a drama show, but just speaking of Larry, because I find this very amusing, right? He comes out on this account called Tom Troll, right? And he starts just running his mouth. And I go, hi, Larry, right? I spammed them fucking Nail Bunny. I'm not Larry. I don't know what you're talking about. Fast forward a week. He's like, of course I'm Larry. You guys are too stupid to figure it out. Like, dude, everybody knew it was you, right? Like,
he can't make up his mind.
Yeah. It's insane. All right. Let's get into some... how's my day? Man, I almost forgot how my day's been going, TJ. It's insane. I nearly died. We did that epic, 7.5 hours stream I was fucking wiped out. Friday, I didn't do nothing. I was just completely wiped from the 7.5 hours. It was, and we didn't even finish. We still have what is it like? 40 minutes. We have 40 minutes of that stream to go over still, TJ.
Yeah.
Which it's insane. Just the amount of lies, the amount of bullshit. And then today, again, not to like, it's not a drama thing, right? But, I was on JJ's show. He was talking about it and we're going over it. And Rich was in the chat. And JJ's like, well, I'll send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link, right? Come on. Like you're saying that we're lying. You're saying that we're not telling the truth, or we're only half telling things, right? Well, come on in, explain. But of course, he didn't want to come in, and we got some bottom feeders, and they were in the chat trying to start some trouble, trying to say that I leaked the DMs, TJ, despite the fact that he put them on this Twitter, right? Rich put the DMs on Twitter, only half of the DMs. But then they want to claim that I leaked the DMs because I talked about them. And then when I gave the full context of the DMs, then they're like, "Why is Tony leaking these DMs? This is gay. You're leaking DMs is gay, bro."
Yeah, double bind. See?
Yeah.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So it's insane. Rich comes off as a super rat. Yeah, there's a.
He was scheming this entire time.
It was scheming, and it was desperation, right? Because like I said, I know some things and Katie knows some things, and we're trying to keep it civil, and we don't want to really like put people on blast, but he really should just come out and be like, look, this is the situation, this is what happened, and this is why I felt bad, and this is why in my desperation I did this, right? But it is what it is. It's a sad day. They were trying to throw accusations about me and Katie. Apparently he went on Beat. So we went on BTM Reviews channel, right, DJ? And I didn't watch it, but then JJ brought it up, right? We were watching it on JJ's, and we should probably watch it. We should probably do those 40 minutes and watch it too at some point. But he goes on there and he's basically trying to claim that me and Katie secretly hate each other, TJ.
Okay. Then why does she show up?
That's the new narrative, that me and Katie secretly hate each other because he knows, he has the evidence. Doesn't present anything, of course, as always, but he knows. He just knows, which is so fucking retarded, right? Me and Katie got nothing but love for each other. I'm always gonna have Katie's back. Okay.
Alabama gay ops.
When we came into this more or less the same time, I brought Katie into this, right? A lot of people might not, remember or were around for it, but I was the one who like plucked Katie out of fucking Twitter and said, "Katie, come on stream and talk about your experience with Eric July." And then, "Katie, you should keep doing streams. Katie, you should do this. You should keep clipping. Katie, stop running away from the internet and start fighting back." I was there with her every step of the way as she went from just a housewife that was complaining about Eric July's comic book on Twitter to the promoter that she is right now, right? So there's no reason that I would ever even turn on Katie, right? So it's insane. It's insane that he would try to spin this narrative. But of course, he's going to start eating it up, and then Student of God and all those guys are going to start eating it up because that's what they do. They spread lies and misinformation.
After Jesus and his new buddies.
I secretly hate all of you. Please forget I told you this thing.
Sure.
Katie found out that Tony uses powder detergent instead of liquid. No. I use liquid. Okay. There's no powder. That's a no-no. But yeah, so my day's been more or less cool, except for having to deal with some retarded shit. Which seems to be like every other day now, right, TJ? I can't have a peaceful day.
Well,
but we live.
There's been wild shit happening. This is the result.
You know what's the wildest shit that I saw, TJ? The most insane? Did you see that Ethan Van Sciver has left Comicsgate?
No.
Yeah. He posted on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen his Twitter lately?
No.
Yeah.
Well, is
hold
he
on.
following Rich's footsteps? What the hell's going on here?
I don't know what's going on. I just know that he's gone. He's out. Here, let me bring it up. This was like it blew my mind, right, when I saw this. So is Ethan Van Sciver. He says, "More thoughts, introspection. Why am I so real?" And it all started with this: "Am I tripping for having a vision? Having some heavy thoughts as I prepare to leave Comicsgate today." Scrolling up, he says, "I've quit Comicsgate. I'll be on John's Dongbox show tonight at 8 p.m. to talk about it."
Oh,
Look at Ethan. Look at this. It's insane. "Hey, don't know if I mentioned it, but I quit Comicsgate. I'll be backstabbing all of you in exchange for shallow compliments from retards like Lord Raptor Jesus and Matt Barr tonight at 8 p.m. on live stream with 23 viewers. Should let me go peacefully, CG."
damn.
I have an announcement. I've rejoined Comicsgate after being threatened by John Malin and Shane Davis. I realize this is where I belong. Cheers to you all. Oh, okay, he's back. He's back, guys.
He's back in the cult. Let's
I
go.
was worried. I thought he got free.
Oh, Dad, they're obsessed with Katie, for sure.
I think the people who hate Katie like Katie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sturgis, way back in the gap, Sturgis had invited Katie to be on his show to talk anime. So Sturgis likes her. He only hated her when she started speaking out against Eric July. Jen Wong, my pitch for Wetland Wars. A blue frog and Katie did play nice for TikTok cameras, but off screen try to kill one another Looney Tune styles. That might actually be pretty funny if you could pull it off. Because I mean, Katie did is a bug, and I guess a frog would want to eat it, right?
Oh yeah. Natural enemies.
This could work. You gotta do a little mock-up, John. Do like a little drawing of the two together, right? Here's what I would suggest. Okay, put a camera, okay, like a camcorder, okay, that's front and center in your scene, and then in the camcorder view window, right, you can see the frog and the katydid, right, and maybe the frog's got his arm around the katydid, right, so they look like they're friends. And then outside of the camera's view, you see the frog holding like a knife, and then the katydid holding like an axe or something. So like the camera is not capturing it, the weapons, but then you as the viewer can see it, right? And that'll be like your cover. There you go. You're welcome for helping you with your pitch.
Like Spy versus Spy. Remember those?
Yeah.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
For a moment, I thought the Detraction Pope might have given Ethan an exorcism. Happy Tree Friends. What's that? I've never seen that. Never heard of that, sir. Cricket with an axe could be bad news. Yeah. All right. It's enough. I know I said enough silliness, but really, this time, I think that's enough silliness, TJ. I think we're all sillied out.
Right.
Let's
enough with the heavy jig.
Let's talk some retardation. See, remember when people are complaining about Ethan and all that stuff, right? They always want to go Comicsgate this, Comicsgate that, blah blah blah, right? But this game raised $300,000 on Kickstarter, won't be released as studio shuts down.
Oh wow!
$300,000
down the drain.
The studio shut down. So it says, we can only imagine your disappointment upon reading this. The developer behind the partially community-funded PC game Alzara Radiant Echoes has announced it's shutting down, and the game won't be released after the team raised more than $300,000 to make it. Studio Camellia, which successfully raised 294,428 euros or 339,000 USD, from more than 5,000 people to fund the game via Kickstarter made the announcement in a statement. We can only imagine your disappointment upon reading this. Studio Camilla will not refund money to people who contributed to the Kickstarter. Neither the studio nor Kickstarter is able to refund your contribution to the project, and we are truly sorry for that. I'm truly sorry for stealing your money, TJ. It's really broken up inside. As I
6K brings up Star Citizen.
Yeah, as I drive away in my new Bugatti, I'll be thinking of each and every one of you, right?
Or Ferrari, even.
Yeah. Kickstarter says people who pledge funds to a project should know beforehand that, quote, Kickstarter is not a store and we do not issue refunds. When you back a project, you're supporting a creator's right to try to make something new and agreeing to go along for the ride, end quote. And I believe Indiegogo has the exact same sort of terms of service, right?
Right.
What happened? The team wrote in a statement that it wanted to build a JRPG with a, quote, fresh perspective and one that was influenced by games like Final Fantasy X and Golden Sun. The company was funded in part by the Kickstarter campaign, along with money from staffers' own personal savings, along with business angels, banks, and institutions. The game was also accepted in Microsoft's Developer Acceleration Program. However, all of this only covered half of what the studio said it needed to produce Elzara. So it decided to run a Kickstarter campaign to demonstrate to potential investors that Elzara had legs. The team then sought funding from an industry partner, Tommy Tellerico. That's what it was. They don't want to tell you. But Tommy convinced them. Tommy's like, don't worry, guys. Yeah, we'll fund it. The Amico will completely fund this brand new game you're making. But it was ultimately unable to secure one. Investors are now operating in a market where taking risk is discouraged, and they can afford to wait before committing to projects in order to reduce risk. I don't understand. I get when you have like a huge company like Square Enix with all of its divisions and all of its middle management and HR departments and all these things, right? PR, and they're doing these multi-million-dollar ad campaigns and stuff, right? But how is it that a small company, right? There's probably like maybe 15 to 20 people, $300,000 raised, plus what they already had raised previously, right? And they couldn't make this game.
And it's just a JRPG.
You're talking, and again, it's probably like a passion project. Everyone that's working on it understands it's a small company. They didn't go out and like hire a developer firm or something, right? Some big second party developer. So we'll say that they let's say that 300,000 they said was half, right? So that means they got 600,000, right? Say 20 employees. That's like 30,000 for each employee. That's a good chunk of change for a year of work, right?
Not even a demo.
Yeah, not even a demo. I don't understand this. I would at least said, this is what we got done. Here's our broken, buggy mess, and just give it to the fucking backers, right?
Like they hire all-star voice actors. What the hell happened here? Exactly. What engine are they using? What's this diabolical engine that they came up with?
Well, I mean, if you use most of the engines are free. I think like Unreal is like free unless you make X amount of money, right?
Yeah.
Says we spared no effort and tried to hold on as long as we could. This is part of the harsh reality of the industry. We are creatives, but we need funding to keep creating. Sometimes even having a promising game concept with proven market interest and a strong team is not enough. Many say that even that every released game is a miracle, and that couldn't be more true. Elzara is now on indefinite pause as the studio undergoes the liquidation process that requires various legal procedures that will run for some time. You know what's the saddest part about this, TJ?
No, what's that?
The saddest part about this is these guys are such assholes that they didn't release the IP or anything, so it's going to get caught up in this liquidation bankruptcy sale, and then someone's going to own it and then just put it on a shelf somewhere and never do anything.
Oh wow.
Right?
Sad.
Yeah. There's a slim chance that a third party might one day step in and offer to take over the project. If that happens, the game will definitely take a different direction than it was presented during the campaign, but hopefully for the better. We got pre-production demo footage. I mean, this just looks. I like the look of this. If I saw this in the fucking store, I'd click on it to see what it was about. Right? Just what do you call this? The graphics on the box art. Let's see what this demo
the
looks
art
like.
style looks nice.
The art style reminds me of like a Suikoden. I'm all in. I feel like I'm gonna be really pissed. Like we're gonna watch this and I go, "Fuck, this looked really good. Why didn't they make it?" Yeah, work in progress. Come on, get to it. I don't look too bad, right?
It looks all right so far.
I'm saying it looks pretty decent. It looks like your standard open, semi-open world game where you run around the town and talk to people, right? Where's like the battles? There we go. Because that's what really matters.
Like
Let the games
it's like a lot of
begin.
things on Steam. Yeah, there we go.
You know what it is, TJ? The character is too brown. That's why the game didn't get funded. Lighten up those characters. Let's DEI in them characters.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm playing the it just went free on the PlayStation Plus. The Suikoden spiritual successor, was it a Yudian Chronicles or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it has a very, you could see the soul of Suikoden in there, but it's just off. Like there's something about it that's like not Suikoden, right? Like it almost feels like a Temu Suikoden, right? Like this is a generic. Like, but I'm saying like it doesn't feel like a spiritual successor. It doesn't feel
what happened with Bloodstain, supposed spiritual successor to Castlevania. It doesn't feel like Castlevania at all.
And these are the guys. These were like the original developers from the first 3 Suikoden games, so they knew what they were doing. And then still, like something feels wrong. Like it's not clicking quite right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like its own thing. Like it's too close to Suikoden to feel like its own thing, and it's not close enough to feel like a successor or a spiritual. It feels just like a knockoff. So it feels cheap. It's okay. I got to get further into it to really see if I like it. But this right here has the same kind of vibe.
That's enough for me. I'll take it from here.
So you can switch characters in and out. That's pretty cool, right? I don't understand how they not finish it. At least go through the first dungeon and then just release what you got. Elzara is woke. The name sounds kind of woke. Elzara. Earth's Majesty. You know what? I think the battles feels too slow, right? It's taking way too long.
I mean, if they're going to have that much money, I wish they could actually animate them hitting instead of just, he's slashing the air like every other JRPG.
Says plenty of games enter development and never released. The creative process, after all, is a fickle business. Blizzard, for example, says it cancels about half the games it begins development on. Warner Brothers, meanwhile, is reported to have spent $100 million on a new Wonder Woman game before canceling it.
That was a thing.
Yeah. That's crazy. $100 million on a game and then canceling it. But that was woke. That's probably why they canceled that shit, right? I don't know. I think one of the problems with JRPGs is the battle system is it like drags. You want to have it to be where it's snappy, right? Where it doesn't feel like it's dragging on forever. Especially turn-based games. Like turn-based games, you want to make them where it's like the movements are happening real quick, right? Because you might end up sitting there. You're going to watch the same movements over and over again. He goes and swings his sword. It fucking shoots a laser at you. If I can do a magic thing, right? And you're going to see this over and over again. So if it's too slow, eventually you're just going to get fucking bored and tired of it. That's one of the problems. You know what one had a really... it wasn't turn-based. It was more of a strategy RPG. But it had really good graphics. I don't know if you ever played Shining Force.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they would go, when you would meet up in battle, and then it would be almost like an animated scene, right?
Yes, that's what they should do. More cinematic. Cinematic feel is what they need.
Yeah. I love that game. The first two were great, and then they 3 kind of dropped the ball, and they didn't bring over all of them. Save y'all money for Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. Speaking of money, TJ, how would you like to get a bunch of games for free?
Well, now, how can I get
as soon as the stream's over, I'm going to get them myself, or at least some of them, because Sega has made 9 of its mobile retro re-releases free before they're delisted. In-app purchases have been removed, and each game will remain playable offline once delisted. So there's 9 games, and if you get them, right, you download them onto your mobile device. After they get delisted from the store, as long as you don't delete them from your device, you could play them forever. Yeah. So those games are Crazy Taxi Classic, Golden Axe Classics, Shining Force Classics, Sonic CD Classic, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2, Streets of Rage Classic, Streets of Rage 2 Classic, Super Monkey Ball Sakura, and Virtual Tennis Challenge. Okay. What's it say here? It says, although the list consists of 9 titles, technically it's 13 because Golden Axe Classics and Shining Force Classics each contain 3 games. So that's 13 games that will be completely free to be able to play on your mobile devices. These are actually some pretty good Sega games, right? I love the Golden Axe games. I literally was just talking about Shining Force and how great those games are. Streets of Rage 1 and 2, great. Never really a big tennis guy or a monkey ball. And we've always, I've talked about my disdain for Sonic for the longest. So
I only like the 3D Sonic.
Okay. So there you go, Sonic, bud. I don't like Sonic and I've talked about this before, right? The biggest problem in Sonic, Vito, why didn't you guys talk about this more? The fact that
True, it was right there.
The game is designed to go fast, but also designed in a way that it makes you want to go slow, right? They have these big levels, like in the first Sonic, you have these big levels that are both vertically and horizontally, right? Because you can go up on top of things, you can go up and grab. There's rings and stuff. There's the little, I don't know what they're TVs. What the fuck were they called? The little like the little power up. No, I'm talking about the power up, not the trap. The power up shit. What were they? Were they like TVs, screens? What would you call them? Little boxes? Because they had little fucking TV monitors on it, right? Whatever they're classified as. They had those, and they were hidden all over the level, right? And as a gamer, you're always programmed to like look at everything, right? I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go grab that. Oh, there's rings up there. I can go get them. I gotta go get them, right? Gotta go get those the power up. I gotta go get the shield, the this, that, and the other. But also, you're supposed to go fast because that's the name of Sonic, running real fast. And then you would run real fast, collect a bunch of rings, and then stop because like, oh, there's a thing on top. So then you would go back and try to get the thing on top, and then all the guys would end up hitting you. And it's just a whole mess. Like it's a convoluted system. There's no reward for just going fast, right? Realistically, if you beat the level as fast as you can, you end up not getting enough rings because you need 50 to get the big one, right? So you have to go slow enough to get the 50, but you have to go fast because that's what the game is built by, and that's the whole gimmick is to go fast. So it should actually be like, instead of like having 50 rings to get the big ring, it should be like a time limit. Like if there was a time limit, said, hey, if you get within like a minute, if you get to the end of the level within 60 seconds, the big ring is there, right? Because you got to go fast. Like the ring is there, and you get 60 seconds to go to get the ring. That would make more sense, wouldn't it, TJ?
You know what they should have done, really? Like, for some reason, Crash Bandicoot does it better. Like, they give you a reward on how many boxes you break. I imagine if you get a reward for how fast you beat the level. Should have done that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's Crash Bandicoot, and it lives up to its name. Crash into things, and you get rewarded. Sonic the Hedgehog goes fast, but he goes, don't go fast because you're not going to get rewarded. As long as Frog Tony lives, the great Hedgehog and Frog wars will rage on. It really will.
That's why I like the 3D ones better. You can actually get away with being fast, and you'll get the rings, no problem. And there'll be times where you're like on rails.
Yeah. Cosmic says, never liked Sonic. I guess I wasn't autistic enough. I prefer Bubsy. Oh my God. I get started on Bubsy.
Bubsy.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually a glitch in, I think it's Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, right? So there's certain levels, TJ. Certain levels. Because of the way the screen scrolls. And I don't know if it's still present on emulators and stuff, right? It might not be. But on the original hardware, on OG Genesis hardware, there's 2 levels where if you go too fast, the screen does not scroll fast enough, and you're registered as out of bounds, and you die.
Oh, wow.
You literally die from going too fast because you hit the edge of the screen doesn't load fast enough for your character, and then you die. It gets a little boop, like where you like if you hit a spike, and then you die. And literally, if you just wait and the screen scrolls over, like there's clearly land there for you to walk on. But because you got there before the sprites filled in, it registers as a death. Which is why I hate Sonic the Hedgehog to this day. I then don't go too fast. No, but it's you gotta go fast, Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Cosmic Vader is listing all the mascot games.
Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, Aerial the Acrobat. It was like a fever dream of Sonic games. Uni Racers is another one, right?
I think Earthworm Jim can count too. Strangely enough,
that's another one I think is overrated. I hated it.
Yeah, overrated. Yep.
I like the
that came out of it was the cartoon.
I was gonna say I like the cartoon, but I was never really a fan of the game. Right? Fast, gotta go fast, not too fast. Gotta go semi-fast.
Gotta measure your speed.
Have you ever heard the Alex Day song about Sonic?
No. What the hell's that?
Never heard it? Oh
nope.
Man, hold on. This is some old internet shit. How do you guys not? There we go. We'll probably get fucking hit for this, but who cares?
Oh,
we're having such a good week. I don't mind if we get popped on this one because.
those homicide mixes.
No, it's an original song.
The lyrics. That's right.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that autism. He got canceled because he like sexually harassed some chick. It was crazy.
Oh,
He also got a song on
damn.
Pokemon, which is pretty dope. Influenced by Sonic a bit, wouldn't make it on the soundtrack.
It's making fun of Sonic, if anything. All the shitty games that came out.
It's a love letter to Sonic saying, "Go back to the old ways. Go back to how Sonic used to be." Right?
Stop being Sonic 06. Okay, we don't need more of that.
All right. Continuing on with our video game retardation. Have you played Stellar Blade yet?
Chico Physics, bud. I don't want.
Chico Physics.
I'm still busy with RoboCop. Okay.
This is from Bounding into Comics. Our good friends, our good buddies, our good Gooner.
Oh shit!
Buddies.
Great contributors.
But they say Stellar Blade director rejects idea of quote regulating adult mods once the game is purchased. It belongs to the user.
See, that's the right attitude, at least. At least, you know, let the modders mod. I've always said that.
So, says, while some of the world's more puritanical individuals have found themselves clutching their pearls over the adult mod potential of Stellar Blade's PC release, game director Hyun Tai Kim has no interest in trying to police fans' creative interest.
I've heard that name before. It's a PlayStation 1 game, Magna Carta. He made that.
Yeah, that game's good, though.
Yeah. Make more of those. From Tai Kim. God damn it.
Yeah. And not only does he believe it to be a fool's errand, but he's also a strong proponent of customer ownership. Says Kim, who also serves as the CEO of Stellar Blade developer ShiftUp, offered his thoughts on the concept of modding, especially as it pertains to Eve and the company, during a recent interview given to South Korean video game news outlet This Is Game. Amidst a larger conversation regarding the ins and outs of the game's recently released PC edition, as the machine, blah, 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 blah. The protagonist, Eve, is a very appealing sales point in and of herself. Because of that, she's also been subjected to preconceived notions, especially overseas. One common issue with character-centric games is data modification, specifically the use of mods. What is your stance or policy regarding this? And of course, he answered. In turn, Kim straightforwardly asserted, "We don't have any set policy on this. In fact, data modification can range from simply increasing the game speed to completely altering the gameplay itself. As long as it's not being abused, I believe mods can play a positive role by expanding the scope and experience of the game. So overall, I view them favorably. That said, there are cases where things approach hacking or interfere with the proper function of the game. In those cases, we ask the users be mindful when applying such changes."
It's a single-player game, right? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah. Well, I think he doesn't want people. Here's the issue, right? The game runs really well. Okay. Now, let's say I put a bunch of mods in there, and the game starts running shitty, right? And then people are watching me play the game, thinking that the game runs shitty because I have these mods that are fucking.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So he just wants people to be aware. Yeah, he wants to be like, hey, well, you know, our game is good. Just like if someone fucks it up, that's on them, right? Don't like blame us.
Deadly Neurotoxin. Nier is an actual game. At the very least, I played it. At least that's a real game. I don't know about
Nier over Stellar.
With the multiple endings and all that. Good stuff.
We should just make a really good game, TJ, with a nondescript main character, just completely blank, like no clothes, no nothing, no textures, just a blank model, like the generic like wireframe,
Right.
It'll be a fucking modding paradise. Look, guys, you can mod the fuck out of it because it starts as
Put whatever
nothing.
you want.
Yeah. The wireframe's there. Just apply whatever you want on top of the wireframe. It's right there.
See, that's what Bethesda should do. Just leave everything open. Don't program anything. Let everyone else do it for you.
I think this really it speaks to a bigger issue, bigger fact, right? The Wokies, I think the Wokies have lost, TJ. I think that's it. I think it's over.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anyone's scared
Ages
anymore.
ago.
Well, because in the old days, right, the idea was always like, oh, people might mod your game and do stuff in it, and then Kotaku or fucking IGN will write an article, and that'll tank your sales, right? That'll get everybody up in arms, and all the Wokies will be out in full force. But I think now it's over. I think the idea of like them going on the Twitter mobs, right? The idea of
Yep.
Twitter's getting angry. Oh no, Twitter got angry at this game and it got canceled. Or people, I think it's over. I think it's done. I think we're done. Thank God.
100%.
We've won. The gamers have won.
Because back in the gap, think about it. The Wokies used to be used to give free advertisement for these games. You're saying, "Oh, look how woke it is."
Not happy.
Now the Gooners are doing it. Oh, look how goonery this is.
The price of chicken eggs woke everyone up. I am more stunned that someone in like Sturgis would apply said Gooner mod. Are you stunned? I'm just stunned that like as Goonerific as she already is, that you need to like make it more Gooner.
That's the problem.
Look,
right?
it wasn't
Sturgis.
Gooner
This
enough.
is good already. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a fine ass
But
winner
that's what
right
I'm-
here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like in this day and age, right? Why does it matter if I made a game that was like completely fucking, you know, this girl was covered up from head to toe. She's wearing a fucking burqa, right? But the gameplay was good, and I go, I don't give a fuck if you mod it. You know, I wanted Burqa Fighter 3000, right? But if you fucking make them nude, I don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
So what is it like? What does it matter? Like, I guess I like on console where I can't mod it. Like, I could see being upset, but like when PC could just mod the shit out of it, and it could make any game into a Gooner game. Oh, there's no tits in your game? Don't worry, we got a mod for that, right? Like, I don't see why everyone's like so up in arms anymore.
Goes the extra mile though. Like, gives her the gigantic asset too. It's like, why?
No, but go ahead. I don't care. Like, but what I'm saying is, if you have that ability, right?
Okay.
So why are you upset if the game doesn't have it like the base install, right?
True. Yeah.
Like
Now that
we're
it's
at
on
a
PC,
point.
there's nothing to complain about. People will do it for you. They'll add the content.
Yeah. I watched some Left 4 Dead 2 mods. They're hilariously gooner at times. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're at a point where like, I think most of these games are going to be on PC, and you could just mod them if that's your jam, right? If that's what you really want, then I don't understand the issue. Maybe I'm just, you know. It says further, Kim opined, modders still need to ramp up their firepower a bit. It's still lacking at this point. I think the official content still has the upper hand. Oh, he's saying you guys ain't gooning hard enough, modders. He's challenging you. Now he's like, I challenge you to like,
I got
really.
the content, not you.
Yeah. Says, since we don't provide an official modding tool, it's unlikely we'll see total conversion of the game. But I'm hopeful we'll start seeing mods that subtly change the way the game is enjoyed. He said, of course, new outfits or monster visuals would be great, but I'm really excited to see mods that expand the player's experience in a meaningful way. This sounds to me like he's like, I want you guys to mod the fuck out of it so I can see what works, and then I can just make an official version.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that gameplay? Let me put it in officially.
That's the clever thing to do, actually. Yeah.
Says, to this end, Kim was then pressed for his stance on adult-rated skins, with the host asking him whether nude patches should be regulated, or do you view them as a matter of user choice? Standing firm, the Shift Up CEO affirmed Stellar Blade is rated for adults only, so I don't think there's a strong justification for regulating such mods. I don't think it's rated adults only here in America, sir. I think it's rated mature, right? Because I don't think there is a single game on PlayStation that's adults only. There's a rating in the rating system. It's like an X rating for movies, right? Like, everything goes up as far as R, which would be M for mature. But I don't think any game at least on PlayStation or Xbox, has a adults only rating. Realistically, there's no effective way to regulate them anyway. As you probably know, mods have never truly been under full control of the developers. What I'm concerned about, though, is not so much the existence of such patches, but the idea of people profiting from them by selling them at high prices. I'd much rather see people enjoying a culture of creation together, like a big party where everyone contributes. Closing out this portion, ultimately, it's a matter of user freedom. Once a person owns the game, how they choose to enjoy it is entirely up to them. All right, so this last one where he's talking about where he don't want people to profit from the mods, I think that's going to be the sticking point, right?
Yeah, that's what
like, he's like, yeah, it's
the game stuff.
Yeah, it's cool to mod it. You just can't charge anybody. You're just not allowed to charge people money for your mod.
Yeah, unfortunately, now there's such a thing as paid mods.
There's a lot of devs under control of their mod community. That's literally what Steam Workshop is for. Yeah. I mean, mods can be okay, right? When they make improvements, quality of life improvements after the fact, bug fixes and stuff, right?
Extra content.
Some of them are just silly, like putting Thomas the Tank Engine in Dragon Age.
Yeah.
But I will stand firmly on the mountain of I do not understand nude mods. I think because I'm an adult, right? I'm a grown man, and I can understand. When I was like 13, I'm like, oh look the boobies in Dead or Alive. She's a costume that has a bunny ears. She's got a little thong on, right? You're a little 13, 14-year-old kid. I get it. But then I became an adult. And I went, yeah, okay. I could see her ass cheeks, but she's a fucking video game character. Like, I don't know. It's like people that like they're jerking off the cartoons. I'm like, what are you doing? You're old enough to look at real naked ladies now.
What are we doing here, bud?
Yeah, what are we doing here? You know, there's real naked. You're one website over. Just go one block over.
Yeah.
There's the real naked ladies.
Yes.
Tony, you have a frog avatar. Same difference. I have an avatar, but it's an avatar. It's not. Hopefully, no one's jerking off to the avatar.
That would be weird.
It would. You were insanely weird, especially with the Pope outfit on. So no, we don't have.
Brought up Doom mods. So listen, Doom changed gaming forever. Okay, like till this day, people are using Doom, the engine.
Says so. No, we don't have plans to regulate that kind of content. I just trust that everyone is a mature member of society and will act within common sense, being mindful of sensitive or antisocial content. Yeah, they probably won't. I'm gonna err on the side of no, they're not. They're not going to be very mindful and sensitive to that kind of content. All right, guys. I'm going to invite the chat. Guys, we have Celebrity Butt Challenge this week. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on and play the game, you'll be on to play the game, and then you'll be booted off. Stu, I don't know if Stu's in the chat or if he's definitely not on the panel to defend his title, which is a sad state of affairs. DJ, it's crazy. That usually happens though, doesn't it? Like someone wins and then we just don't see it. We never see them come back. Like they never round again.
Yeah. So then they leave unchallenged. See, it's a strategy. They ran away with the belt.
I remember when I did that. Oh my god, it was so funny, TJ. So we had this guy named Bob on the show, right? And Bob was always talking about playing Street Fighter. And so we were playing Street Fighter one day, right? And he was whipping our ass. He was just like, he was good. Like we were, me and Finbar were like, we know the moves. We can push we know what buttons do what, but like we were not ready for this level of Street Fighter. Like I was still stuck in Street Fighter 2 days. Like he's like busting out 16 hit combos and shit, right? But I pulled like a lucky win, right? I beat Bob. And I was like, that's it. I quit. I don't want to play no more. And Bob's like, what? I'm like, I'm done. I'm done playing. I'm like, that makes me champion. And Bob's like, no, it doesn't. He's like, I whipped your ass all the time. I'm like, no. I was like, I won. I won last, right? He's like, that's not how it works. I'm like, it definitely is how it works. You
That's
had the
it,
title.
yeah.
I beat you for the title. I won. It's my title. So but I beat you like 30 times. I'm like, doesn't matter. It's like, once you lose, it's who wins last, not who wins most, right? Oh yeah, Bob rage quit after I fucked him up with Zangief. I slammed the pile driver. Yeah, he got mad. Then he went on Twitter and he was like going on this like Twitter page because I was fucking with him. I'm like,
shit!
I put on Twitter
Fighting
like,
on the internet too.
because I was like, I am the champion. And I'm going on Twitter going, look at me, I beat Bob. I'm the champion of Street Fighter. And dude, he got him so fucking mad. Like he was like fuming. He was angry. I gooned my massage lady today. She then put the paint on. I regret nothing. I'm very confused by those words being used together like that. Come on, Aaron, jump on. You know you want to play some celebrity.
Pull up.
Pull up. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna put the link one more time. Someone pull up. No one pulls up, TJ. We're not gonna be able to play. We can't play with just TJ.
Yeah. Beefy.
But let's see. While we're waiting for that, let's go with some Marvel news. Marvel reveals 14th MCU only character to officially debut in the comics. I didn't realize there was 14 characters that were MCU only.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even know there were 14. Damn.
It says a new hero has joined the ranks of MCU only characters to officially debut in the world of Marvel Comics. While Marvel Studios' on-screen efforts have been known for faithfully no, they haven't. TJ, have Marvel Comics ever been known for faithfully adapting anything? What are you smoking? The Direct? I don't think there's a single MCU character that you would consider faithfully in the spirit of possibly, right? But never faithfully.
Close enough, maybe. Yeah.
I think Captain America is probably the closest out of all of them, right? So World War II, they couldn't change that. Super Soldier Serum couldn't change that, right? But there was a lot of changes. The costume, the little odds and ends, the lack of invaders.
Hydra not being completely Nazis, right? They removed that part. I was going to say Iron Man, but then Iron Man had a lot of changes because they didn't have the Mandarin. They changed the Ten Rings.
I said introducing its own original characters outside the comic book canon. And some of these original characters have been so beloved that they've transcended the MCU itself, putting their stamp on the comics as well. I don't know if they're beloved. Who popped in? Aaron popped in. Aaron can help us finish this out. He's a Marvel guy. New MCU original character will make its comic book debut later this year. Tom Holland's Night Monkey has been revealed to be part of the new Marvel Comics Battle World
Wait a
story.
minute. Who the fuck is Tom Holland's Night Monkey? The MCU.
Oh, remember
when he wore
Spider-Man
the black suit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember he went over to remember he was in Europe and he didn't have his costume? He's like
oh yeah.
So he put on the like black like night goggles and stuff, and they're like, "Who's that?" He's like, "I'm Night Monkey." It was like a joke, but I guess now they're introducing it as part of Battle World.
Okay.
According to the official Marvel Comics blog, the new multiversal story will focus on the iconic reality-bending planet from the Secret Wars comic event, as heroes from across the multiverse are thrown together on a patchwork world to engage in their own secret war for the survivor. Spider-Man will be one of the multiverse faring heroes duking it out on Battle World alongside several of his variants from across the Marvel canon. One of these alternate versions of the wall-crawling hero. Man, you spelled hero wrong. I read it hero, but one of these alternate versions of the wall-crawling here was revealed via a cover for one of its 5 issues. Was the stealth suit wearing a Night Monkey as seen in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yep, there he is.
Lazy editing.
So that's the image that they're saying is Night Monkey. And that would Night Monkey was an MCU original creation that debuted in Tom Holland's second Spider-Man movie. The character was named as such for his all-black costume that differed from the typical red and blue Spidey traditional look. I don't think that's why. I think it was just a throwaway joke. They're like, "Oh, it's Night Monkey," because Spider-Man was
doesn't look anything like a monkey though. He still looks like a
Yeah.
Spider-Man kind of.
Right. So apparently, Agent Coulson appeared in the comics after the MCU.
Oh yeah, that's
Darcy Lewis.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know she made it to the comics then.
Yeah, she wasn't
Okay.
comic original till later.
I didn't.
Yeah.
He said he didn't know that she went into a comic.
Yeah.
She's hot though, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I know why. She has. You know what I'm talking
The hot librarian. Come on, let's go.
She has.
She got
the
those big.
actress-
She got big.
Yeah.
Those big juicy lips.
Yes, those
And she
pictures
puts lipsticks on them, so they look bigger.
Dude, she does. She got some nice
Yeah,
fucking
it's
lips.
crazy.
Yes.
She does a
She
good
has some
implants.
nice other assets too. But I'm just saying, like, she got some nice lips. You're telling me she doesn't, Aaron?
She does. I admit that she does.
I used to watch Two Broke Girls just for fucking
Yeah.
Kat Dennings.
And she always joked about them in the show, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Miss Minutes apparently.
Yep. She just got introduced like maybe this year or late last year.
Kahori says it was a big deal when it was a big deal. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a big deal. You guys made it a big deal. No
I
one
didn't
else
make it a
thought it was
big
a big
Nobody
deal.
cared. Nobody watched.
I didn't watch season 2.
I
or
watched
3
it. I thought it was dumb.
Me
It was a
either.
really dumb episode.
I didn't even watch season 2 or 3 of What If, so I don't care.
I did just because I'm all things Marvel. I watched the Inhumans, so I will watch anything Marvel.
Oh,
Layla El Faouli. Who the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
Scarab, that's her name. That's the hair
oh
character.
Scarab, yeah.
Oh,
And Moon Knight.
Thunderswap. DEI
Yeah.
Scarab.
yeah. Lewis from Ant-Man. Hell yeah. Lewis deserves to be in the fucking comic.
Oh, let's go. He was a good character.
Eric Stovig. So apparently the professor, Harley Keener, the little
remember
boy
this-
from Iron Man 3.
Remember everybody thought that kid was going to become like something special in the MCU as he gets older?
Yeah. And Jobu.
Oh yeah, the brother of T'Challa's father. And the
Yeah,
father
T'Chaka's
of
brother.
Eric Killmonger. Yeah, Killmonger.
Yeah. Hunter B-15. apparently
Yeah,
in the
they're doing the
comics now.
TV. They introduced the TVA in the comics.
The TVA was already in the comics. Aaron.
Yeah, but they're kind of but this is a new TVA they're introducing in the comics that they took from the MCU. That's why Miss Minutes is in it now, and her.
I'm just saying, like, the TVA was an
Yeah.
original comic thing.
Yeah, but they changed it because they're kind of
Yeah, the way they look, right?
yeah.
Well, in
so
the
it's a
original
different-
version, the TVA were faceless drones that were just sitting at
Yeah.
computers.
not anymore.
Sylvie apparently is going to the comics. I heard a bunch of people say she was hot. I do not think this actress is
I don't know. I don't think she's hot.
This is another one who's really miscast.
She's
Like, how are
actually-
you Loki and you look like
She's-
this? You know?
She's actually her name is actually Sylvie is actually the name from Enchantress. That's Enchantress's first name. They kind of mixed them
Yeah.
together.
I don't know why they're so opposed to bringing Enchantress. Like they,
I don't know.
All I know is,
Enchantress with what's her name, Hela, and then now they
Yeah.
made Sylvie.
Yeah.
This actress, she's less feminine than Tom Hiddleston. I think Tom Hiddleston in a wig would have made a better female Loki.
There is like a huge fandom for female fetish for a female Loki and like this guy
Obi
cute.
apparently made it to the because I guess everything from the TVA, like I said, Madison. Why would they this one-off character? They like let's put him in a fucking comic book.
If they get
Enchantress is
popular, if
very
they get
underrated, bro.
if something like become popular live action, I guess they'll you know what? Let's put them in a comic book. It
But those
happens,
weren't
right?
popular characters. I don't think Madison was popular from the She-Hulk series. Most people hated that series, so I don't think a lot of people were watching it to be like, "Oh, she's fucking popular."
Yeah, I highly doubt many people watch that too.
Yeah. Only comics What If counts. MCU version sucks. Yeah, I agree. The TVA, the original TVA was a lot better. And the same thing with the timekeepers and the time twisters, right? Turning them into like, oh, they didn't actually exist. They weren't real.
No, there was
Right?
Kang basically behind everything. Well, and they all changed that. That's changed.
Well, Kang in the original comics, the He Who Remains was not Kang, right?
yeah.
And then eventually they turned it into that it was Immortus, who becomes He Who Remains. But again, in the comics, Immortus...
Who's a variant, right? Who's a
Yeah,
variant?
but no, they're not variants. Immortus, Kang, the Sphinx,
Oh,
the Ramatut. So it's Ramatut, Kang, Immortus, Scarlet Centaurian, and the One Who Remains are all the same person, but they all exist simultaneously because of the time travel shenanigans.
mm-hmm.
So, like, Immortus is what Kang eventually becomes. Even though they fight each other, they're not separate beings. They're the same.
Yeah.
He's fighting himself from 1,000 years in the future, right?
Yeah.
As enjoyed the one chick on She-Hulk, the one with the dick. That was such a great clip. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh.
Where he was like, "Oh, she's got some good titties," and they're like, "That's a dude."
The worst part is the way he freaked out when he found out.
Yeah.
That's what made the clip the best. All right, so no one else is coming. It's gonna be Aaron versus TJ. This should be easy.
Chickens. How could people not be? Why are you so scared looking at women's asses, guys?
Yeah. Why are you scared? Scared to come out in front of everybody. They don't want to get clipped.
Pull up.
All right. I guess we're gonna do it with just the two of you.
I thought Bly decided to come on. That's what he told me earlier. Whatever.
He's got the link. He's in the group chat.
Beefy can't make it.
Can't tonight, fellas. The old lady told him he can't be looking at asses on
Oh yeah.
Tony's screen. Can't. Oh shit, we got Finbar. Finbar's coming in.
Oh, Finbar. Wow.
Hi, gents. Can you hear me okay?
Perfectly.
Okay, I'm only here for the butt challenge. I just want to win. What's his name? Who's the champion? Is it Stu?
He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to win Stu's title from him.
Oh, he's not here to defend it.
And then I'm done.
It's vacant.
No, he pulled John Cena. He actually did it. He retired with the title.
All right.
The last
Let me
champion.
Let me get my notebook out so I can keep track of the score because it's going to be a very highly contested contest here. So we got TJ's, we got Finn's, and we got Aaron.
Did he hear what Grok called Finbar? Sick Finbar.
Who called me a cock?
Oh, Stray Beans is pulling up.
Hold up, I'll join. Damn it, Stray Beans. Now I got to get a new piece of paper because I wrote everyone's name really big. Fucking Australian. Who called you a cock?
No, not a cock. Cork. Kind of a cork.
You said it was from Cork.
Yeah.
What's up with that Gork? That's
it's like a bot.
Gork is more accurate than Grok. Grok's fucking... I don't think I've ever seen Grok get an answer correct for anything.
All I remember is
Grok is always
from Warhammer.
All right. I believe
They
there's
both
6
think you're
this
Irish,
time.
Finbar. They both think you're Irish anyway.
Do I got to put the link again? Or is Stray Beans pulling up?
Is he pulling up?
He said he was. He said, hold on, gentlemen, I'm pulling up.
He could. Okay, yeah, you put it anyway.
It's going to take him some time. He's in Australia.
He's got to make sure Tyrone's okay with this. He's like, Tyrone is
I know,
That's right.
I know, Tony. I know you can't play this song, but if you got the Billy Gunn song, I'm an ass, man. You know what I mean? I love to kick him. I love to kiss him.
I am an ass.
You probably could play 5 seconds of it, right? You could play 5 seconds of the song and that's it, right?
No.
No?
WWE will hit us like that.
Oh, yeah, WWE is like that.
Yeah,
They took us down one time,
crazy,
remember?
Yeah. In the middle of the stream.
Yeah, Vince took us down midstream.
No frogs allowed.
Yeah, himself.
No frogs allowed.
Alexander Smith is asking if we're going to do some Norfolk trip.
Some who?
Norfolk.
It's a comic book, so I guess it fits into what we're doing.
Yeah, and then we can go into side tangents about Marvel and shit because I have lots to say.
Any minute now, Stray Beans. We're waiting on you. You're holding everything up.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, Stray Beans. Hurry up.
Yeah, Finbar's taking time out of his busy schedule.
There he is. There's the beans. There's the gay beans. Gay beans, bud.
But
Hello.
G'day.
Good day.
G'day, boys.
All right. You know the
I'm here
rules,
for the off.
gentlemen. No cheating. No using Google. No image searching. I want a clean contest. The title is vacant as Stu has put the title up for grabs. 2 points for no hints. 1 point for a hint. We'll go down the list, and each one of you will get a chance to be first. So
Is this the scratch and sniff version, or is it just the regular?
you can try. If
Okay,
you
I'll try.
breathe onto your phone and then scratch it
Yeah.
and sniff it, and you'll smell ass. Trust me.
You can always scratch and sniff your own ass.
All right, gentlemen. This first ass.
Way ahead of you.
TJ, you're up first. Whose ass is this? Remember, this is celebrity ass challenge. These are, in fact, celebrities. These are not TikTok stars. These are not Twitter stars.
Actual
These are not
celebrities.
Thank
OnlyFans
goodness.
models. These are
real celebrities.
actual, real celebrities.
Real. Okay, I'll go
And there's
with
no
Madonna.
guarantee any of these asses belong to women.
Yeah, like last time.
This could very well be-
Oh God!
A man's ass.
Like what happened with Vince McMahon.
So
I'll go with
TJ,
Madonna.
whose ass is this?
Madonna, it is.
Madonna, it is, says TJ. Aaron,
I
whose
don't know,
ass is this?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Finbar, whose ass is this?
Fucking hell. I'll say Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. Stray Beans, whose ass is
So
this?
there's no hints other than celebrities. All right.
Yeah, right now, first round, 2 points if you get it. If you're the only one that gets it, we move on. If not, I will give you a hint.
Is it Bree, the chick out of Community? Bree. What the
Oh,
fuck's her
Alison
name?
Brie.
Bree.
You mean Alison Brie, right?
Allison Brie?
Allison Brie. Yeah. Allison Brie. That's my guess. Lock it in.
He's locking it in. Ladies and gentlemen, no one has guessed correctly
No, of course
on
not.
this first round. No 2 points. So, the hint. This is a Charlie's Angels ass. TJ, whose
Lucy.
ass is this? TJ, whose
Lucy
ass
Liu.
is this? Lucy Liu. Aaron, whose ass is this?
Oh man, because there's been a bunch of Charlie Angels. There's the original and there's the Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz says Aaron. Finbar, whose ass is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna copy Aaron. Cameron Diaz.
I mean, I could be wrong. I
Stray
mean, the
Beans,
original.
whose ass is this?
Yeah. Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Locking it in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this ass belongs to Cameron
Oh,
Diaz.
man.
Thanks, Aaron.
I lost.
I like. It was either her or like what's the other one from the original show? What's her name? Hepburn. What's her name?
The
Hepburn.
other one.
Yes,
The other one.
Hepburn,
Was,
Hepburn.
Oh,
What are the
yeah,
Charlie's
what?
Angels?
No. What's her? I forgot her name. She was like a heartthrob back in the 70s. Oh shit.
She wasn't a heartthrob. Men are heartthrobs.
she wasn't.
Aaron,
Oh,
I know. What's
you're
her
just
name?
digging your hole deeper, Aaron.
I forget her name though. Like, oh, what's her name?
You talking
You know,
about
Is
the
it
Perfect
Faye
10?
something?
What's her, from the original one from the 70s that all the men are falling in love for.
I know who you're talking about. What the hell's her name? She was on all the posters that everybody
Yeah.
had.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Move on. Somebody in the
Doesn't matter.
chat
Yeah,
will
we gotta
will
figure-
tell us.
Right,
go
I'll
on.
tell you right now, it was Farrah Fawcett is who you're
Yeah,
thinking.
Farrah Fawcett. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
George, you're late. Damn it.
here we go. Second ass. Do you need a zoom in, gentlemen? I got you.
Magnify.
I'm gonna magnify that ass.
Enhance.
That's a scary
Aaron,
one.
you're up first. Whose ass is this?
That's definitely I don't know who asked this, but that woman definitely at work.
You gotta have an answer, sir.
I know. I don't know. No. Shit. I don't think it's her, but
Just throw something out there, sir.
um,
Why do you guys think about this way too hard? Like if you're gonna win money or
If
something.
you're cool,
I don't know.
let's, you know, steal
if I
from the
guess
chat.
wrong. If I
I'm
guess
trying to
wrong,
win,
guys.
damn it.
90s vintage Sears catalog ass, says Rotham.
Tyra Banks. That's wrong.
Tyra Banks.
I know
says
it's wrong.
Aaron. Finbar. Whose ass is this?
I'm just.
Who did you say? Tyra Banks? Is she not?
I know it's
black?
not her. It's just not even.
Yeah, Tyra Banks is black.
I'm gonna say it's a nice ass. Fucking, I don't know. Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Stray Beans. Whose ass is this?
I have no idea, but I'll say Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, that's a good
TJ.
shit.
Whose ass is this?
I'm stealing.
Are we
Rob
allowed to
Code,
say
I
your
guess.
mom? You're allowed, Domino's, but it's not the correct answer, sir. And this
Stephanie
game needs more
Seymour.
time to cook, Tony.
Who?
And there should be options. We used to do options, but then it was too easy because everyone was. It was just like a tie. Like everyone would just guess the same because once you give them options.
Yeah, because it's
Real
right
easy.
there.
TJ,
I'm
who's
going with
that?
Rob Cole guy's answer. Stephanie Seymour, whoever that is. I don't even know who that is.
Stephanie Seymour.
Who's?
You guys will be shocked to know that once again, nobody has correctly guessed. whose ass this is. So we're going to the 1 point round. This woman got famous for being in a music video.
I know.
Aaron, whose ass is this?
No, it's not. It's not Carmen Electra, is it? No, that's wrong. No, I don't know. Sorry, Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra, says Aaron. Finbar, whose ass is this?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Emily Ratchetkowski. Stray Beans, whose ass is this? I like Cosmic
J-
Raider going. Tawny Katane,
J-Lo?
he's going old school. J-Lo. TJ, whose ass is this?
I'll also go with J-Lo.
You'll also go with J-Lo. J-Lo wasn't famous for being in a music video. She was famous for being on that one
She
show,
was like
Living
LL.
Color.
No,
Yeah.
she was in LL Cool J's film clip.
Finbar was correct. It is Emily Ratchetkowski.
Yes.
Finbar. I didn't even
So
say
Finbar
that.
is in the lead
Music video.
with 2 points. That's her literally her claim to fame is being in the Blurred Lines video.
I didn't really say that big of an ass.
I
Yeah,
watched
I
that
could have
music
guessed. I
video.
could have sworn her ass was much smaller.
Yeah.
I gooned over that music video many times, gents.
You know what?
Someone in-
She's not bad looking, but I like the
No.
blonde chick in the video better. My preference.
Someone installed some mods onto onto Emily there. The big ass mod.
All right.
Shit, I see.
Finbar, you're up first.
Shit.
Whose ass is this? Aaron's like, I gooned to this. I know this picture.
I don't.
Is this an ass that Aaron goons to? Is that the clue?
No,
not
but
Brie
Aaron is just
Larson.
as soon as I pulled it up, Aaron goes, I recognize his ass. And I know
No,
this
I
one.
seen this picture before. I just forget not banking on the name. I seen it before. I know it's a
You
blonde.
see that
woman.
every
It's,
time.
it's Finbar's name. Whose
It's
ass
burned
is
into my
this?
memory.
I know. Yeah.
I love how the chat gets really quiet. You guys are really worrying me when you guys get really quiet when I'm putting asses on the screen. Everyone's hands gets really busy and you stop typing. So go ahead, Finbar. Whose?
It's not Brie Larson. She's not got an ass.
His ass makes me sad in my
Oh,
Brie
wow.
pants.
Larson
you never
has an ass
know.
that big.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll Kirsten Dunst.
Kristen Dunst. Cosmic says he's drawing. He's quote unquote drawing, guys. That's why he's too busy to type in the chat.
Drawing the ass, sure.
Yeah. Stray Beans, you're up next. Whose ass is this?
I'm taking a wild swing here, but is it Tom Holland?
It's taking a wild swing. Tom Holland.
It's a good guess.
Yeah, you got a
It's a
second
good guess. TJ, whose ass is this?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, which is a really good
Oh.
guess. Aaron, you're up. You can shoot into the lead if you get this correct right here.
I don't know who it is.
Pedro
but I know I've
Pascal,
seen
he's in
this-
everything.
I know I've seen this picture before, but I don't think I'll go with Gwyneth Paltrow too. I see this.
You
picture
should have went
before,
with
but I don't
Pedro.
remember who.
Pedro's in everything, so he's definitely got to be in this list somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Aaron,
That's right.
use the arse force. Use the arse force, Aaron.
I'd say. Gwyneth
Ladies and
Paltrow.
gentlemen, once again, nobody has guessed correctly on the first round.
Well, there.
This celebrity got her claim to fame from a Netflix TV series.
Oh
Pinball.
no. No.
Whose ass is this?
Who is it? Me.
Yeah,
What did
third
you say?
round. You start
Netflix?
first. TV
No.
series, yeah.
Shit.
Fucking Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
That,
Stray
that she didn't
beans.
get her fame from
Whose
that.
ass is this?
Yeah, I'm going Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. TJ, whose ass is this?
Same answer, because, she's missed Netflix herself.
Aaron,
The only one I
you
think
can
of.
play the safe game and go with everyone else, or you can go with a different answer. And if you're correct, you will pull away from the pack. This is one of those crucial moments on a game show, Aaron. What do you decide to do?
I don't think that's Millie Bobby Brown.
Aaron, David Harbour got his start on Netflix as well, so it might be David Harbour.
No, but there's.
Could be Sadie Sink.
I don't think it's her either, because that's not. I don't think that's her hair color. So, it's a blonde. It looks like a blonde. I'll go Millie Bobby Brown, the safe pick.
Millie Bobby Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, this ass belongs to Millie Bobby Brown.
Who took
There it is.
This pick, man. How old is this pick?
It's after
It's of
she's 18.
age. Yeah, this
It's
is
of age.
after she's 18. Yes, it's
Okay.
definitely. I made sure. All right.
Not
Tony
you,
wants to
man. I
get
made the
quick
actual
again.
person.
Stray Beans, you're up. Whose ass is this?
That's a tough one. A white chick. Fuck me. I'll say Madonna in 1984.
Madonna in 1984. It's very
1984.
specific. I'll give you bonus points if that's the correct answer. TJ, whose ass is this?
I'll go with Music Master's answer. Emilia Clarke.
Amelia Clark. Aaron, whose ass is this?
I'll just go Sydney Sweeney. Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, says Aaron. Finbar, whose ass is this?
Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sydney Sweeney as well.
Sydney Sweeney as
Okay.
well. Gentlemen, somebody has guessed correctly. And so I will give
Is it me?
all of you the opportunity to change your answer if you so choose. TJ, would you like to change your answer?
I'm doubling down.
Doubling down. Aaron, would you like to change your answer?
No.
Finbar, would you like to change your answer?
Wait, what did TJ say?
He's doubling down.
No, what was the answer?
Emilia Clarke.
Amelia Clark. Nah, that's not. That's too full. I'm sticking. I'm doubling down too.
Doubling
Sydney
down. Stray Beans, would you like to change your answer?
No, I'm sticking with Madonna from 1984, even though that picture's
Speaking with Madonna.
very obviously more modern. But I'm sticking with Madonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was in fact Sydney Sweeney.
Oh!
Because I see this pick. That's why.
Aaron has seen all the celebrity
course you
pictures.
have,
I mean, Sydney Sweeney does this all the time. No, like it's like you see it on the internet every single day.
He's memorized them all.
All right, this one's tiny. I got to zoom in for this one.
Aaron's got an unfair advantage.
Jesus Christ, is that woman? Oh,
Oh, shit, she's built. Look at this.
she's a.
We're back to TJ. Whose ass is this, TJ?
What the fuck is this?
She's definitely not a wrestler, right?
I don't know what she is.
There's no hints in the first round,
guaranteed.
TJ.
Okay. Trish Stratus.
Oh,
Trish
Trish
Stratus.
It's not a bad pick. It can be a wrestler.
Good answer. Good answer. Aaron, whose ass is this?
Even though she looks like a man, Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace. Finbar,
built.
whose ass is this?
Have you,
I'm sorry.
have you seen Jordan Grace?
She's Beute.
Bayulden.
like a Beute. Yeah. Whose ass is this, Finbar?
Is it a
You
porn
got
star?
hands like Cecil though.
Porn star.
There's no porn stars. These are
Um,
all celebrities, legit celebrities.
Right, Shakira.
Shakira.
Oh,
good answer.
that's a good guess. Yeah.
Stray Beans. Whose ass is this?
Well, Sturgis keeps calling me the Chris Tyson of Australia, so I'm going to go Chris Tyson.
Chris Tyson. That's a very strong answer. Once again,
I'm here to
nobody
win, Tony.
is
I'm here to
correct-
win.
No one has guessed correctly, so we're going to the 1 point round. This person is famous for TikTok. TJ,
Okay.
whose ass is this?
TikTok.
Oh, that's a tough. Damn. Okay, I'll steal D-Tank's answer. Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
She's famous for TikTok, Mandy Rose.
I don't know if she's famous for TikTok, but Aaron, whose ass is this?
I don't know if anybody famous. I mean, I have TikTok, but I don't follow influencers. I don't know. I don't know anybody from TikTok. Don't know. Same.
Just say a
Same
name.
answer is Finbar.
Finbar hasn't
Well,
said
it's
an
wrong.
answer.
Yeah, he said. Oh, I'll say him answers TJ. Sorry.
Finbar,
Pascal.
whose ass is this?
TikTok. I don't know anything about TikTok.
Yeah.
The
It's
default
one,
answer
right?
is Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, the default answer. Come on, whose ass is this?
When
The
in doubt,
Superman's ass.
Is any of the Kardashians on there?
I have no idea.
Kardashians are famous off TikTok, though.
You could go with
I'll
that. Yeah.
say fucking Kylie Jenner. I'll say.
Kylie Jenner. Very strong answer. Stray Beans. Whose ass is this?
I'm a man in my 40s, so I'm not familiar with TikTok, but the only person I know who is on TikTok is Hassan, so I'll say Hassan.
Hassan Piker. That is a very strong answer.
Lock it in, Tony.
Lock it
Lock
in.
it
Ladies and gentlemen, nobody has got it correctly.
Of course
And
not.
I thought when I said the person is famous for TikTok that you guys would have figured it out. Because this is, in fact, are you ready for this? That's Kesha. Ladies and gentlemen, Kesha. For her big famous music song,
Kesha, yeah.
TikTok.
Oh,
Never heard of her.
You never heard of Kesha?
That's clever wordplay, Tony.
yeah,
I
you
know
got
it
us
was,
there,
right?
buddy.
I figured when I said it, one of you would have figured out, like, wait a minute. Oh. Okay,
Tony, those last
concentrated.
two rounds were too difficult. You wrecked them.
I wrecked them.
You wrecked them.
Here it is, the bonus round for 5 points. If anyone can get it on the first round, 5 points to Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Now, right now, Aaron has 4 points. Finbar is in the lead with 5 points. Stray Beans has 2 points, and TJ's only got 1. Okay, so whose ass is this? 5 points up for grabs. Lightning round. Anyone's game. Go ahead.
Oh, but I mean,
Just say it. Just
oh yeah.
first person to get it.
Was it
F2
female?
Tony, damn it, Kesha be built. Yeah, she got
Jessica
really
Alba,
fat.
Jessica
She-
Biel, I don't know.
Well, hold on, Kesha was real skinny and got really, really fat, and then got really, really built again.
That's a bubble butt.
Look at that. She turned it all to muscle.
That's
Jessica
just
Biel
bad.
is incorrect. Come on, somebody.
His ass.
It is a woman.
It's a woman.
Emma Watson.
No,
Emma
Watson
Watson.
is incorrect. Nope. Come on.
And
Emma
Emma
get it.
Watson. Mr. McCarthy.
We'll be here all day if we have to.
Okay.
God damn.
Is that J-Lo?
Not J-Lo. No.
Selma Hayek.
No.
Zoe Kravitz.
No.
Anna Damaris.
Nope.
Danny Kravitz.
No.
Lenny Kravitz.
It's a woman. It's a woman's ass.
Oh, sorry.
She's been on the show before.
Oh,
What is it? Guess.
Mint.
Not Mint. Good guess. Not Mint.
What's
I'm
her
not
album?
everything's clever wordplay, but it's a good guess.
Dalish.
No.
yeah. Saggy.
Katie, when I said she was on the show before, not on the panel, she's been
On the
featured
show.
in Ray. It's Carl's cheeks.
I don't know.
Tony has a thing for white women. You guys have finally figured this out.
not the-
It's been how many years, and you guys are like, wait a minute, Tony likes white
It's the
women.
Saska, one of the Saska sisters.
Nope. Come on. It's been featured on
Uh,
Celebrity Butt Challenge in the past.
Oh, I don't
Go.
remember.
Oh, well, I can't remember that.
Hilary Duff.
Boom, 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 boom. Finbar has
You get it?
won the game.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't realize his butt cheeks that big. Wow.
Yes.
It is, in fact, Hillary Duff.
Because Finbar's been on here before a lot. Of course he would get it right.
Well,
Congrats,
she's been
Finbar.
on here a lot. I think every episode she's been
Yeah,
featured.
she's always on
I
this.
lit-
She's a staple of the show. Hillary Duff.
Yeah. Duff, goated MILF. How did you I figured you guys would be like, oh, it's got to be Hillary Duff. Tony always throws in a Hillary Duff picture. I wonder why she smiles like that. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Finbar Saunders. You are the new Celebrity Butt Challenge champion. Would you got any words to say to your fans, your adoring crowd?
Just one thing. Suck it, Stu.
You have to be back next week, Finbar.
Damn.
You to defend your title next week.
I don't think I'm going to make it next week.
Finbar
Stu can win
is
it back.
the ass master. He is
Ass master.
knowledge of posterior has reigned superior. Congratulations, Finbar. Check is in the mail. You'll be getting the trophy, and you'll be invited to the All-Star Celebrity Butt Challenge game that we're hosting in December. Only champions will be featured. So
I think I should be in the Hall of Fame soon, you know.
you should.
Yeah.
One more win, and you're Hall of Fame material. Sorry
I should get a-
to the other contestants who have failed
A Hall
in
of
Celebrity
a
Butt
Hall of
Challenge.
Fame ring. A Hall of Fame ring, but it's just like a brown eye ring.
No, it's chocolate starfish. That's what you get.
Yeah, the Brown Eye Club.
Theme butts is the way to go, says Beefy. Next year, the game will be Holes of Fame. Boom!
Oh,
Eric
no.
Winberg hitting us.
Also,
All right. Well,
Right,
thank you.
I'm out of here. I got to get back to work. Stay classy, gentlemen.
We're always classy here. The classiest show on YouTube.
yeah.
I'm literally wearing a suit. That's how classy we are. Stray Beams. Thank you for joining
See
us.
you guys. Bye.
Aaron,
Take that
Mhm.
straight.
you can stay if you want.
If you want me to stay, I'll stay.
I said if you want. We're
Okay,
gonna
I'll
be talking
stay.
some Star Wars and some Marvel,
Got some
some
content.
Avengers,
All right. Let's go.
Yeah. but your kind of
Okay.
stuff. All right. Now that we've done with that silliness, Avengers Doomsday is confirmed to introduce 4 major superheroes to the MCU. 4.
The Fantastic Four? I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah.
No, it can't be it can't be the Fantastic Four because they're getting a movie before Doomsday. It has to be if it's
Yeah, for
a debut.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're introducing them, which means it would be the first time they're coming out, right?
Okay.
It says Avengers Doomsday massive cast will
They
include a
should say-
handful of heroes seeing their first ever action in the MCU. All right, so who's it going to be? Every Avengers Doomsday superhero making their MCU debut. Magneto apparently is a superhero now. He's gonna.
In the comics, he kind of is.
It's back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's never been a hero in the Fox movie, so I wouldn't expect
Well,
Magneto to be a hero in this.
True.
In the not this Magneto. You're right. Not this Magneto. The other one kind of has.
Eric
The younger
Wimberg
one.
for the 5 says that was fun. Thanks for the lulls. No problem. We're gonna be doing that every week, every Saturday. We'll be having some celebrity butt challenge. We like to have a good time around here, and then every once in a while we'll throw in the commercial game if we have time. That takes a while for me to get commercials. I have to look through them and then clip them. The asses are a lot easier to go ahead and grab. But thank you, Eric, and of course remember.
If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Yo, that should be before the ass challenge. The Bitty Guns thing.
We cannot escape Singer X-Men. It'll never happen. True. But again, yeah, he was not a hero. He was never.
No,
there
not
was
this
a small
one.
chunk. No. Even the younger version, there was a small chunk of the movie where he was helping Xavier. And then by the end of that movie, he was already a bad guy. There was never a full movie where he was a hero. Yeah.
Oh, and the 4th movie was Dark Phoenix. He was, but that was horrible. So whatever.
I didn't see that one. So if he was.
He was. It's horrible. It's horrible.
All right. So we got him. Nightcrawler apparently is going to be.
Yeah, he's making his return. From the 2nd movie, he's making his return. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think he's I like Nightcrawler. I didn't like this shit, all this shit on his face. I like just the plain blue that
they wanted to make him look demonic. Which is
he really looks demonic. He's like a blue-gray thing with pointed ears and a demon tail and weird feet.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's never established as this child of Mystique in the movies at all.
Yeah, but he's established as the child of
Azazel,
right?
Azazel, yeah.
Azazel, yeah.
Mystique is apparently making
of course.
Yeah,
I didn't like this either. I didn't like this.
I mean, they confirmed all this at the chair announcements.
Yeah, I know, but they're just a silly little article, Aaron.
Yeah.
Cyclops, how is he coming back? Isn't he dead?
They always kill him.
I mean, no. Remember. Did you see Days of Future Past? They kind of like.
No.
Yeah.
I think I checked out after the 3rd movie.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past is actually good.
Yeah, they kind of. Remember, you saw it, TJ. Remember, he fixed everything, and Cyclops was back, right? In Days of Future Past, the ending. Yeah. Same with Jean Grey.
But it wasn't James Marsden, was it?
It was. It was James Marsden.
I thought who was the guy that played him in First Class?
He wasn't in First Class. He was. He
was.
No. The brother was in First Class. Havoc.
He was in First Class. He wasn't at the end. Didn't they rescue him from like the Canadian Institute or whatever?
I think
of a different movie.
It was in Wolverine, I believe. The Wolverine Origin.
Okay, yeah, it was in the Wolverine.
That didn't count. His brother was in First Class and on Days of Future Past.
But that wasn't his brother because his brother is younger in the comics.
Not in the 2010 versions of the X-Men movies.
Right, but I don't think it's his brother. Did they establish that they were related? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, they did. It established they were related in the 3rd in Apocalypse.
Okay. Yep. So see, I didn't see that either.
Rescued in Apocalypse, yeah.
Havoc died in the beginning of Apocalypse.
Those are the 4 heroes.
Yeah.
I would qualify Nightcrawler in Cyclops, but not Mystique. I don't think she's qualifies as a hero.
No. But you gotta look at the bigger thing. Dr. Doom's here, so they might have to put aside their differences, right? Like, it's still
I don't think so.
universe.
I think the X-Men are going to fight the Avengers.
Sure, but sure, then they're going to find out they're being played probably, right? By Dr. Doom.
No, because it's 2 different universes. So the Fox universe and the Marvel universe, only one of them can survive. So they're going to fight each other. I think the X-Men are going to be on Dr. Doom's side, helping him because he's going to promise them to save their world, right?
Yeah, he's going to manipulate everything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's manipulation. If I go, hey, I can save your world. That's not a
mean-
manipulation. That's just, hey, one of your worlds has to die. I
He
can
could
save
say that
yours.
he could say it to the X-Men universe, and he could say it to them the 616 universe. The exact same thing. You know, he could.
Give Days of Future Past a try, Tony. Okay. On your recommendations here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And mine.
first two are good. Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix are trash.
Doesn't Days of Future Past, isn't there two versions of that movie though? Isn't there like a Kitty Pryde version and a Rogue version?
No, Rogue's not in it. Neither is Kitty Pryde. They're neither in Days of Future Past. Neither of them. But I think there's another version of Rogue I'm not sure. It might be the X-Men 3. That's Stan. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, search. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a big thing about there was like an alternate version.
I'm pretty sure Rogue
Yeah,
was
Rogue, the Rogue cut.
Yeah.
See, Days of Future
Oh,
Past, the Rogue cut. She's in it.
Yeah, she was in I remember she was in it at the beginning, and yeah.
Because what's that called? There's a in the movie, from what I understand, someone uses their powers to send Wolverine's brain back into the past or something, right?
That's Rogue. Yes. Rogue is involved in that, yes. At the beginning. Yeah. Not Kitty
No,
Pryde,
it's not.
Rogue.
It's not Rogue.
I-
That's why there's a Rogue cut.
Okay.
The alternate version has Rogue. The regular version doesn't.
I think the most common seen version now they release like on TV or wherever is the Rogue cut.
Yeah, it says the mutants sacrifice themselves to buy Kitty Shadowcat enough time to send Bishop's consciousness a few days into the
Okay.
past to warn the others of the upcoming attack. Having averted the attack, the group retreats to a remote Chinese temple and are joined by Storm, Wolverine, Professor X, and Magneto. Logan volunteers instead, and as his regenerative abilities will allow him to survive because he gets sent back in the past. There is no Rogue, and then the Rogue cut adds Rogue back into the movie because I guess they filmed it and then they decided to cut her from it and change the movie. How do I know this and I haven't seen the movie and you have?
This is ages ago.
Okay, it's Kitty Pryde. I guess. Yeah, they send Wolverine back. They don't send him actually back in time. Technically, they send back
They send his brain.
Yeah, his brain, his conscience, basically back in time to the Wolverine from like was it the 60s, 50s of TJ? 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 60s to the Wolverine of the 60s. Yeah, his conscience from that to the 60s version of Wolverine.
So, there's an alternate version of the film titled The Rogue Cut on July 14th, 2015. It added 17 minutes of previously unused footage, including a subplot involving Anna Paquin's character Rogue, whose role was reduced to a brief cameo in the theatrical release. In the Rogue Cut, Rogue's role is more consequential and the narrative is more complex. When Kitty Pryde, revealed to be dating Iceman in this version of events, is accidentally wounded after Wolverine's consciousness experiences a phase between past and future from seeing Stryker, Iceman proposes breaking into the heavily guarded remains of Cerebro at the former X-Mansion, the one place Xavier's mind cannot reach others from the outside, to rescue Rogue, who's being held captive there. Xavier, Magneto, and Iceman succeed in rescuing Rogue, but at the cost of Iceman's life. Rather than Iceman being killed by the Sentinels during the final confrontation at the temple, Rogue uses her powers to take over for Kitty in regards to keeping Wolverine's mind in 1973. See? In this version,
70s, not 60s, yeah.
Yeah, in this version, Kitty Pryde, I guess, is able to use her powers to phase his consciousness into the past, which is stupid. And then she gets hurt, and then so Rogue uses her powers to steal Kitty Pryde's powers to just essentially do the same thing. Yeah, I swear I saw them swap or something. Yeah, you're all watching like the alternate version. It's the regular version.
Some weird Mandela effect happening here.
Speaking of Marvel, apparently, guys, there has been talks. James Gunn confirms Marvel and DC crossover movie talks. But only the MCU would benefit from it.
Aaron brought this up.
I don't know if
James Gunn. It would. The MCU would definitely benefit.
Both
from
of
it.
them would benefit from it, I think, but
I don't think so. I think at this point, DC wouldn't benefit from it because it has nothing to follow it up.
Yeah,
with.
because it's still fresh.
Marvel's already like failing. This would boost new life into it, right? Whereas DC hasn't started. So like if you do this now, like you're like undercutting all the like cool moments you could have in your movies will probably be given away in this movie, right?
If you think about it, not even the DCEU, the previous version would have benefited.
Yeah, because that was just trash.
Yeah.
Former Marvel Studios darling James Gunn is spearheading the new DC universe, and while a crossover between the two franchises doesn't seem likely, the filmmaker isn't ruling it out. The only problem is that his old friends in charge of the Marvel Cinematic Universe need one much more than he does. Man, he's throwing shade at Marvel, saying you guys need it. I think James Gunn is the Vince Russo of filmmaking.
James Gunn needs
Marvel's-
Superman. No, James Gunn. I mean, the Marvel side. James Gunn needs Superman to succeed. If Superman doesn't succeed, the DCU could be in trouble from the start.
DC got nothing to build on other than maybe a promo for the next movie.
I mean, think about Tony. If Superman is not well received, doesn't do well, DCU is in trouble from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, I said that. I said if Superman bombs, that's it.
Yeah.
The DCEU is dead. It's going to be another dark universe where it just
Dark
fucking.
Yeah, you can't just go to Batman to save the day, right?
Yeah. But anyway, what was I saying about as far as this crossover? Crossovers bore me to death. To make a Spider-Man Daredevil team up or Batman Superman. Well, they did Batman Superman and Wonder Woman, and that didn't do anything.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
I said before that they should definitely do a Marvel team up TV series, right? Get Tom Holland to reprise his role as fucking Spider-Man and start introducing lesser characters. Marvel team up episode 1, Spider-Man and Moon Knight. Marvel team up episode 2, Spider-Man and Daredevil.
The thing with Spider-Man,
like
the thing with Spider-Man, apparently he's not allowed to be in the shows at all because it's Sony. The deal with Sony.
I just said Spider-Man was just the name I'm throwing out. You could have it with anybody. You could go Marvel team up. You have Wolverine.
I mean, they're doing Punisher, right? They're having Punisher in the movie. I don't
know if Punisher is strong enough to carry it. You got to have a strong character to carry.
Spider-Man would do well regardless of whoever's in it. Spider-Man's going to make bank anyway.
No, that's what I'm talking. Aaron, pay attention. If you're going to do a TV show in which the premise of the show is two characters teaming up and one character is constantly through the show, that character has to be a strong enough character to carry the premise. Punisher, not strong enough. Hulk, yes. Wolverine, yes.
One of the big
Spider-Man,
ones.
yes. Iron Man, sure. It has to be a big enough character that like people are going to watch it in order for the smaller character to get the rub from it, right?
Yeah.
That's what the whole point of the comic book was. You put Spider-Man in it, and then people will buy it because it's a Spider-Man book. And then, you see how cool Moon Knight is. Oh, you see how cool Dazzler is, or fucking Dominic Fortune, or some weird character, some obscure character that gets to get a little shine on them, right? That's what the TV show should be. In order to introduce, instead of going, hey, let's make a shitty Miss Marvel TV show, it should have been, let's make a good show with a popular character and have Miss Marvel show up in one episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's right there. The answer is right there. Spider-Man and his amazing friends. That's a thing. Let's make that
Marvel
happen.
be like, best we could do is Hawkeye. Yeah.
The thing is, the problem with that is, this is it's not a bad idea. I kind of agree with you, Tony. The problem is, Marvel Studios said they're not going to introduce any comic book movie characters into the shows anymore.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. But this is from before. I'm not saying like now it's dead in the water. They completely fucked everything up.
Mm-hmm. Business Crest might be the last one to do that. To do that.
Yeah, a man cannot play a woman. What are you talking about? In Shakespeare's day, all the women were played by men.
In plays, they do that all the time. In plays, men always played women.
Did you know a woman always plays Peter Pan in theater?
Yeah.
Wrestler logic, exactly. Let's use the guy who's already over to get other people over.
Yep.
You get that rub, you get the shine. Here's the only problem with that, right? I think modern audiences would shit on the premise. Like because you could have Spider-Man Like, oh, Spider-Man gets captured, so Miss Marvel saves him. People are like, that's woke. Why is Miss Marvel
Oh,
saving him?
yeah.
Because that's how you get
That's
the other
okay.
characters a little fucking shine. They have to go help the established guy, right?
So I
Yeah.
get to see their
You have to make
abilities.
them equal. You
I
put them
mean-
on equal footing so that way the
Superman
lesser
gets
character looks
captured.
better.
Superman's got captured before. Batman's got captured before and saved by like Batman's been saved by like Batgirl. You know, a couple of times. Superman's probably been saved by Lois Lane.
Oh,
you know?
Mikey Goats is hold on. Mikey Goats is revealing that he's gay. Because I had a crush on Ellen Page, who was always Elliot Page, you bigot, in high school after seeing Juno. Sad she chopped off her tits and went trans.
Yeah.
You know, back in the Gap, I used to think that Ellen Page was a cutie. I was like, man, she's kind of cute. And then she became a man. And I was like,
They modeled the character from the last
Did
of Us
she
on her
sue?
video game.
Did she win
What?
that lawsuit, or did she lose it? She probably lost it.
I think she won. She won. The
won?
lawsuit. Yeah. Well, they 3D modeled her completely for no reason, like
Are
her
you
entire
kidding?
nude bodies in the game. Like you
Oh,
never
yeah.
see it. It's never featured in the like. There's no way
The
to
Awesome
see it without
Souls.
breaking the game. Yeah.
Didn't Lindsay Lohan like sue GTA for something like that too? Like,
Yeah, no, but that was different. Lindsay Lohan sued because she thought a character looked like her and was based on her, and she
Oh
lost
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was the GTA.
Ellen
poster,
Page
yeah.
was actually in the game. They scanned her for the game, but she only
Yeah.
authorized for her non-nude. Right, her nude model wasn't supposed to be in the game, but they put it in the game anyway. You can't see it under normal means. But then when it went to PC, people broke the game
Yeah.
and we're like, hey, her model's completely like the complete model, because you only see like the from the neck up in the shower scene, and then like you see a leg. So people just assume like, oh, there's just a leg model in there. There's like her head and shoulders, right? But no, if you go in the game, like the entire thing's there. Like she has nipples. There's nipples on a model that you never see. It's never in the game anywhere.
Hot coffee.
That copy's weird.
Back in the Gap GTA.
It's a breath of fresh air because there's so much secrecy around superhero projects these days, especially in the MCU, where story details are treated like state secrets. Yeah, James Gunn is telling you everything about Superman. I think people want to see good stories with their superheroes, and that's what matters. And they want to see different types of stories with their superheroes. And people love superheroes. That's obvious, but they need more variety, and they need just more quality storytelling. And just having Spider-Man and Superman team up isn't going to do it if it's shit. So it's got to come from a real place, and it's really hard to make it work. I don't know if you do a Marvel DC team up where it's just two characters, like a Superman and Spider-Man.
Tony, here's the key thing. He said Superman, Spider-Man. They don't need to go to Marvel Studios for Spider-Man. They could go to Sony for that.
No, they can't. Sony's not allowed to make any movies.
Sony has the Spider-Man movie film rights.
They're not. Sony is not allowed, Aaron.
Yeah.
They made a contract.
Spider-Man.
In order to have Spider-Man in the MCU, the contract is that Marvel Studios has oversight on all Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
That's why Sony cannot make a Spider-Man movie with Venom. That's why Spider-Man couldn't appear in the Venom
It
movies.
almost happened.
Movies.
Almost
No, they
happened.
tried to. They tried to sneakily
Yeah.
make it like,
They tried
and then
doing
Marvel
something
said,
Yeah.
no,
and
you can't do that.
people into believing it. Yeah.
That should have happened. I think Marvel Studios blew that.
What? Ellen Page was never sexy? That's a lie. You're lying, Yolanda. Back in the Gap, she was a cutie. I stand by that. Aaron, you agree with me, right?
Who? Ellie?
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page? Yeah. A little bit.
You said you had a crush on her back in the Gap.
She's from my city, my country, actually.
Yeah, I know. She was cute back in like 2006 before she became.
Yeah. As Kitty Pryde, like in her debut, yeah, she was.
She had regular sized hair.
I had to see everything.
To see her
I haven't
pregnant,
seen her. Everyone started looking up Ellen Page 2006.
see her pregnant too, and just turn me off, you know.
Patrick Stewart, but it was too late. I'd seen everything.
She's Canadian.
Batman Punisher.
Yolanda.
I wouldn't put Batman Punisher. I don't think that would be good, but like, what's his name? Deathstroke Punisher. I think would be a good crossover.
Well, Deathstroke would destroy Punisher.
No, they're not fighting, Aaron. It's a crossover. It's not a versus. It's not Punisher versus Deathstroke.
Well, Deathstroke is more villainy than
Deathstroke's a
a
villain.
lot more villainy than Punisher. I'll say
yeah, but
that.
he's an assassin for hire, right? So you could just the same thing with like fucking
Oh, yeah, I
Deadpool.
guess.
Deadpool's a villain technically, but he works with the good guys if they pay him. Ghost Rider Constantine would be pretty good.
Oh, that would work.
A Dr. Fate, Doctor Strange crossover. Doctor.
Doctor,
Oh,
Doctor. That's a good one.
Dr. Fate, Bernie, goddamn it, you had to remind me.
The thing is,
Think about it. Doctor Strange picks up the helmet and he becomes Dr. Fate. So it's like
the thing is,
the
Doctor
two
Strange is an
characters
actual
combined.
doctor. I don't think the Dr. Fate is an actual doctor. It might
Ellen
be.
Page always had good abs. I remember that.
Um,
Now I really
Dr.
looked at
Chuck.
it. Ellen Page abs.
No, you want to do a crossover movie? Deathstroke and Deadpool.
The MCU needs a win more than the DCU right now. I think the
Really?
DCU needs a win pretty
Yeah, I
strong.
think it was
They have
a
nothing.
pretty big time.
Yeah. MCU is going downhill, but the DCU's at 0, right? Like Marvel's from 0 to 100, Marvel's sitting at like a 40, right? Heading downward.
And
But
DCU's
DC's
at zero right now.
Yeah.
DCU had no wins, exactly.
Yeah.
Despite never releasing a project on the big screen, the DCU is in a good place. Superman's box office return is shaping up to be fantastic. It's going to have strong opening weekend, I'm sure, because it's Superman. But if it's not a good movie, word of mouth is going to kill it real fast.
Yep.
And what
It's like
happens?
BBS.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not a good movie, is in the second weekend. The first weekend is not a determination of how well a movie really does. The second weekend is really
Yeah.
the drop off. like-
Does it got legs?
Yeah,
It's unlikely that every project on the current DCU slate will be a winner, but that's just part of the process. Gunn & Co. will work on the issues and find their footing, just like the MCU did in its early days. Meanwhile, the MCU is grasping at straws. Man, this article is so biased. After several major misses in Phase 4 and 5, the powers that be are returning to the well, bringing the Russos back and Robert Downey Jr. into the fold to serve as the faces of the franchise's next big event. Due to Thunderbolt's success, there's momentum. You just said it had a bunch of misses, and you're saying Thunderbolts was a success?
the problem is Thunderbolts. I mean, we liked it. The problem is Thunderbolts was not a success at the box office.
It was a success. It made money, Aaron.
It didn't even make $400 million.
I think
Maybe
you're
below
wrong there,
Captain
sir.
America.
Sir, I believe you're incorrect.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Check.
I'm looking right now. We're gonna run the numbers. It says 380.37 million. Okay,
Yeah.
but I round everything up. I do movie math, so I'm gonna round that up, obviously, to the nearest 100 million. Right? That's how it goes. I thought it was really good, though. I know there was a lot of people shitting on it. I don't think it was. Here's the problem. I think Thunderbolts is a good movie. It's not a good action movie. It's not a good
No,
Marvel
The action was
movie.
good.
It's a good movie. Yeah, but I'm
It's
saying
good
like,
that, but the action was good.
the guys like Tony and TJ.
hold on. You always interrupt me. I think it's a good movie. The action is good, but I don't think there's enough of it where you could be satisfied that it's an action movie with all the downtime in the movie, all the talking and all the feelings. I think it
All the
has good
negativity,
drama and
yeah.
has good all that other stuff. But I don't think superhero fans want to see that necessarily in a movie, right? I think that's why a lot of people are not big on the movie. I just like movies. I'm just a movie guy.
The problem with Thunderbolts, they took the villain. The Thunderbolts can't really do anything against the villain. They had to talk. Basically, that's the
Well, no
reason.
one can do anything. Look, we've said
That's the
this
point,
before.
goddammit.
Yeah.
Like, what would they do with it?
Yeah,
Right?
There's-
Entry's invincible.
hold on. Every villain and every hero is only as strong as the guy writing the fucking story, right?
Exactly.
The
yeah.
Incredible Hulk can beat everybody up until he can't. Galactus is the most powerful being in the universe until he isn't. Right? Every week I get a video in my feed about like, oh, Marvel just introduced the newest, most powerful god in the Marvel comics. And it's like every week is a new deity that's more powerful. He's called the
That's
one
the
above
MCU.
all, and they're like, this is the one God that the one above all fears. I'm like,
Exactly.
how can
And
the
then-
one above all fear anything? He's the one above all. He's above all. That's his name. It's in his title, damn it.
Yeah. It's always, and they always do like the same for the MCU. Here's the next most. Now here's a more powerful villain now in the MCU, more powerful than this villain now. You know, it's like that too. It's like, wait, I thought this was the
Always
most powerful
escalating.
villain.
Yeah.
I think Doomsday is
Power
going to
of
be good.
plot.
The thing is, Tony and TJ, the success on Superman Fantastic Four are for two different reasons. So Superman's for to see how the DCU does, right? It really depends. Fantastic Four is to get the build up hype for people to see Avengers Doomsday. Like, right? If they both fail, Avengers Doomsday's in trouble, the DCU's in trouble.
I don't think so. I don't think Doomsday is going to be in trouble if Fantastic Four fails. I mean, it depends on how much it fails. If you're talking like a small failure, I don't think it matters. If you're talking a monumental failure, sure. I think Superman cannot fail at all.
No, I agree.
Not a small failure. It has to,
I agree.
and not only, and it can't be a success either. Then has to be a major success.
Yes, I agree there.
If anything less than a major success, then you're cooked. You're done.
I agree with that.
DCU is off onto a bad start. Right?
I agree 100%. I don't
make the rules. I just work here.
I just work here.
James Gunn.
At that point,
I can see it.
However, if the Fantastic Four first step stumbles, the franchise might be back at square one. And things could get a whole lot worse if Doomsday misses the mark. Well, no shit. I mean, Doomsday is the big crossover. If that one fails, of course.
Then they're really cooked.
I mean, yeah.
At that point, even with the X-Men on the way, Marvel Studios may have no choice but to reach out to Gunn for a Hail Mary play. I don't think so. I think if you're talking Hail Mary, you just reset the universe and start all over.
Gunn is...
You shelve it. What?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, just shelve it. That's the Hail Mary. You just shelve it for 10 years and then just reintroduce the MCU starting from scratch, right? And I think, realistically, if I live to be that long, I think that's what I would prefer, right? Because if you kill it right now, let's say you kill the MCU right now, put it on the shelf for 10 years, bring it back, and you start fresh with an MCU that introduces all the characters. We get a Namor that fought in World War II alongside Captain America and a fucking robot Human Torch. You get fucking the Avengers being founded by the original Avengers, the actual Avengers, right?
You get the big events done proper now.
Yeah, you get Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil and Punisher in New York, as it should be, right? You got the X-Men and the Avengers and all those people, Fantastic Four, all existing.
Same movie,
from the beginning, right? Everything from the beginning together, as it should be. I would prefer that. It's not going to happen because they're never going to shelve this shit. They're just going to keep milking it until there's nothing left.
Doubling down.
What were you going to say, Aaron?
I was just going to say that Marvel Studios may have no choice but to reach out to James Gunn for a Hail Mary. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. Like, that's this guy's opinion, but like that's ridiculous. I mean,
they don't need James Gunn.
No.
However, as hard as it might be, a Gunn should hang up the phone because the DCU has so much untapped potential that would only be hurt by doing a crossover. They should do a crossover. Here's how they should do the crossover, Aaron. You ready for this?
Yeah.
They should do it exactly like they did in comics, where Barry Allen ends up in the MCU.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go. It's like, wait a minute.
I mean, that's what happened in the comics.
Yeah.
People don't understand this. In the MCU right now, there's the original Barry Allen from DC Comics. He ran so fast that at the end of what was it? The one where he runs really fast and then dies. Which what is that? Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
At the end of Crisis, where he runs so fast that he like disappears. Marvel has a story where there's a race. It's an intergalactic race to find who's the fastest person in the galaxy, right? And one of the racers is a guy in a red costume who calls himself Buried Alien. And they go, "Why do you call yourself Buried Alien?" He goes, "Well, I don't remember anything. I got amnesia. And when I woke up, I crashed into this planet. When I woke up, I didn't remember anything. And I was in this red costume and I could run really fast." And he goes, "I remember my name was something like Buried something, Barry something." And they just called me Buried Alien because his real name is Barry Allen, right? And he wins the race. He's like super fast. He's the fastest guy in the Marvel universe.
So the Impossible Man all over again.
Yeah. And then they end up calling him Fast Forward as his name, and then he
Fast
he
forward.
fucks off. He fucks off for like, and he comes back. I think like 1 or 2 more appearances. What
Yeah.
issue was that? It's an issue of Quasar. That's how I know because I have those issues. Let me bring it up.
Oh, you're actually bringing it. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna go get the issue. I'll just bring up the fucking article. So here's his Marvel page. Buried Alien from Earth TRN 242. Fast forward, huh? Still can't remember my original name, but it's better than Buried Alien, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it really is him then.
I told you. Says Fast Forward or Buried Alien is an homage to Barry Allen, the Flash of the DC universe. Besides being from another reality and at first being given a similar sounding name to Barry Allen in Buried Alien, he appeared after Barry Allen's death in Crisis on Infinite Earths. When the character first appeared, he wore a tattered red costume with yellow accents and boots. He felt like he had a, quote, ball of energy like lightning inside of him. And the last thing he remembered was running, a reference to Barry Allen's death during Crisis on Infinite Earths, where he ran himself to death. He was also declared the fastest man alive by the end of his first appearance, which he says feels right. He was, for all intensive purposes, he was supposed to be, wink, wink, Barry Allen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how the Impossible Man is actually Mitchell Swistling.
Yeah, I have that issue too. I have an issue where the Impossible Man. It's a 5-part Superman. It's like one of the only comics, Superman comics I have, but it's like a 5-part arc in Superman. It goes through like Superman, Man of Steel, like through a couple of the Superman books. But in one of the books, Mr. Mitchell Plixlick, he's like, I gotta go play with my fantastic friends, and they show him go off panel. Right, he goes off panel, and the part of him that's off panel turns green. So it's like he's regular on this side, on the left side, and on the right side he's green with purple like gloves or whatever. And then there's like a flame in the background and like a stretched arm, and I think like maybe a rock, right, indicating that he's gonna go play with the Fantastic Four. That him and that he is the Impossible Man and Mr. Mitchell Plixlick are the same person.
Interesting.
That is Barty Allen.
Barty Allen.
Evil Barry Allen, sure.
Bart Allen.
Damn it!
Allen.
Now I go. Now I got to hunt. I'll tell you the issue if you want, because it's the first issue. He makes an appearance as Quasar number 17 as Buried Alien, and then in Quasar 58 he shows up as Fast Forward.
Told you that you could go in the comments.
Huh?
Bring back the hot chick with the big boobs for ads.
Well, if they don't strike us, I think he means for the the clips for the super chats.
Who said that? What are you talking about?
Thunderduck.
Bring back the hot chick with the big boobs for the ends. I think he's messing around because we didn't have a hot chick with big boobs.
No,
hot chick with regular boobs. What's up, Thunderduck? Timu and Barry Allen. And there's also and we talked about this before, but there's an issue of Aquaman, right? Where Aquaman's chasing some like pirates or something, right? Some like environmental pirates, and it ends with him never catching these guys. And then a Namor issue starts with him chasing the same pirates. The bad guys go through one issue of Aquaman into the issue of Namor the same.
Oh,
wow.
Or maybe Namor is like the multiversal variant of Aquaman, I guess. Because they did that with Deadpool and Deathstroke. Deathstroke is the multiversal variant of Deadpool, or the other way around.
So like I said, they've done things like that before with like little winks and nod to each other, right? We got one more article, then we'll go look at some trailers for some video games.
Video games.
Star Wars announces new Boba Fett story that will deliver what the Disney Plus series didn't.
Okay.
Star Wars is bringing back its most badass bounty hunter in a new comic book. It's a new comic book.
Oh wow!
It's called Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red. It says the wait for this epic Boba Fett story, which Book of Boba Fett was initially promised to be, might finally come to fruition. Star Wars officially announced a new comic book focusing on Tamura Morrison's armor-clad bounty hunter outside of the events of the mainline movies. I don't know why they have to throw in that it's not his bounty hunter. The character exists independent of the actor, right?
Yeah.
The new comic, Star Wars Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red, will follow the iconic Star Wars character in 4 intense one-off stories from across the canon. The first of the 4-issue run by renowned comic writer Benjamin Percy and artist Chris Allen arrives in stores September 17th, 2025. It marks the third in Marvel Comics' Black, White, and Red line, following the footsteps of Darth Vader and Maul. The anthology-based series is known for its moody, broody, black and white art, telling one-off Star Wars stories geared towards more mature comic book audiences.
Wow! If only the TV series was like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first of Star Wars Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red 4-issue run will debut with the story dubbed The Impossible Job. The new Boba Fett-centric story follows the character as he's trapped between the Empire and an extremist rebel faction, both trying to hunt the bounty hunter down. Oh, man. For fans who have been ravenous for seeing Boba Fett at the peak of his power, getting into all sorts of bloody badass fun across the cosmos, this may finally be the perfect thing to satiate that hunger. You excited?
Okay.
Excited for a new Boba Fett comic book?
No, because I don't read Star Wars comic books.
What?
Rosen is
Aaron
right. He's not cool anymore. Doomslayer does it better.
Yeah.
you want Boba Fett? It's Doomslayer right there.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love retcons? We all love the retcons. Yeah. Boba Fett is ass. Bring back the partisans. The greatest insane group of Star Wars. Not excited at all.
Or you know what? Make I don't know. There's that black-haired Wookiee, the one of the villains in Boba Fett. Yeah, make him a character. Sure.
Yeah.
That's badass. Yeah, that's like their version of what's his name, the Beast from Invincible. Go with that.
Yeah. Because that show is shit.
Whoa, Aaron.
It was.
Why you so? Why you so?
The best episode is when they had Mando in it.
No, those episodes suck. Those threw off the whole fucking vibe of the show. I hated those episodes.
True. Yeah, that's where it went down.
They didn't belong in that show at all.
It's supposed to be a standalone thing.
Yeah, that means they didn't have confidence in Boba Fett. That's why. That's why they had to put Mando in it.
Those episodes were just crap. But I mean, the Book of Boba Fett started off pretty strong. I thought the first couple episodes were good, right? And then it just kind of got off the rails. All right. So this is a very big disappointment, but I want to show it anyway, right? You ready for this, guys? This trailer.
All right.
I was excited and then completely let down by the end of this. This is Suikoden Star Leap official story trailer. There has not been a Suikoden game in years. People have been clamoring for another entry in this franchise. They left on there was so many cliffhangers. It was building up to this epic confrontation between two sides. Okay. It started off as a retelling of the Chinese story, Bandits of the Marsh, right? Mm-hmm. And they turned it into this epic fantasy story about the Stars of Destiny. The sequel is fantastic. It built off of the first. The third game had a unique three-person perspective where you had the story was told from three different perspectives, right? And it all converged on a final confrontation, and then there was a fourth perspective from the villain side to see how they got to that big confrontation. Right? It was really good, really unique approach to the game. The fourth one, the original guys left. They left the fucking thing. So they decided to do like a fucking instead of going forward with the story, they went backwards to like 150 years before the first game, and it was okay, but it was kind of like it felt cheap and generic. Like it was fun, but it was like it didn't move anything forward as far as like the overall narrative and the because it's so far in the past, like there was no real connections to the characters that you knew and played through most of the games, right? Then the fourth game also was the fifth game was also a prequel, but it was a prequel like right before the third game, right? It was like really weird time-wise. But now new games coming out, guys. I'm really excited. Finally, maybe they're finally gonna end everything, right? They're gonna figure out the big confrontation, all the big story strings that they've been hinting at. Right?
It's basically the Terminator story, where they don't want to move forward.
Yeah. Look at this, David. Look. So again, I'm disappointed because we're not going forward, going backwards again.
Same
Damn it!
thing.
Backwards.
Yeah.
And here's the problem with going backwards, right? The game franchise is based on the fact that there's one guy who 108 other heroes gather around, right? And there's like an epic confrontation. The first game had that. Now you're saying that this game is 4 years before the first game, and it's going to introduce 108 characters that never existed in the first game. No one knows who these guys. It's like you're just going to retcon a whole bunch of people into this time frame that never show up anywhere again because there's
Star
two games
Wars.
that are
Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah.
Because you got all these games that are afterward, but these characters are obviously not going to be in those games, right?
Andor,
Brand new
TJ.
characters.
And Andor, yeah.
Rogue One, Andor, right? Same thing.
2 weeks ago. Look at it though; it has the look. It looks just like the game. I'm excited. I still want to play it. I'm still like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. It's fucking great. I'm ready for it.
The art style looks good.
Yeah, it's classic.
ど
It
う
looks-
しよう。うちらの里が。まずはみんなを探さないと。
里が燃えちまっても
It's that
命さえあ
pixelated,
れば
but
なん
not,
と
and
で
then
もな
like the
る。
backgrounds are
み
nice.
んなで
and
力を合
painted.
わせて復興させりゃいい。
Got the music. The music is
Yeah.
fucking great.
See what you mean?
私
Yeah,
を
this
そば
based
に
on
置いてく
title.
ださること。言葉にできないほど感謝しています。
Got a
旅
turtle.
は本当に危険
Got
がいっ
this
ぱいある。
weird lady with like
私が
horns.
守るぜ。
I'm all in.
Oh shit!
何かが起きた時ほど冷静に判断し
Yeah,
なけれ
because
ば
it's the same.
我が弟子
It's probably the same engine that they've been using for the longest.
Yeah.
And I think that's where when I'm playing Yuden Chronicles, Suikoden has this weird perspective, right? It's not like most turn-based RPGs was like you're on the right side, the bad guys are on the left side, right? It's
Yeah.
like, but Suikoden had the same thing, but it was tilted. It was almost like a Dutch angle, like they Dutch angled it,
Yes.
so the
Yeah,
bad guys
that's
were
true,
up
yeah.
into the corner, and the good guys were in the bottom corner, right? So that's what I'm used to, like when I'm playing a Suikoden game. So then when I play Yuden Chronicles, it's adjusted back to like regular, like they're on this side and you're on this side, right? And it's like it doesn't feel right. It feels wrong. I need that Dutch angle.
More dynamic.
あなたは現状をどう見ますか
See how it's
Yes.
not,
Yeah. It's like comics. Look at that.
yeah, where it's like it's just angled just slightly. So like you get a little bit of their back and their side, and those
Where's
guys are a
George?
little
Yeah,
bit
see
up
the
there.
Marvel, the 45
Yeah.
degree angle.
Because you can even see with the line here where it's like angled.
Yeah.
Things are going.
あなたたちが信用できるか試してもいいかしら。
Look, it's got boobies. We all like
Oh
boobies.
yeah. Yeah, there you go, Thunder.
乱林戦と名乗っている手だれの用心棒です。我々の連携を見せてやりましょう。
さすが暁帝国の帝都ですね。
So you're probably wondering, why am I disappointed? Why do I hate this?
君知らないのかい？
That's the mansion that they mentioned right there. That's the house of the main player in the first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's going to be a lot of throwbacks to the original game. There's going to be a lot of connections. They're probably going to fill in some blanks, right? Everything seems great. Why am I complaining, guys? No, I'm not even complaining because it's a prequel.
Okay.
Wait for it. You're going to see it. When you see it, you're going to know exactly what the problem is.
たとえ僕の命が消えようとも、この灯火は決して消えない。お嬢ちゃんの理想は嫌い。
Look at it. That's a character from the first game. Second, that's one of the main characters that runs through the first 3 games.
構える力がないなら所詮
Oh, shit, he wrestles bears. Okay. Look at that.
お嬢さん、あんた貴族だ。
That's another character that goes through all 3 games, right? So there's a connection.
Yeah.
This character here, she dies in the first game. So she's the leader. She's like the Princess Leia of the first game, but she dies. No, she is.
Star Wars.
Oh, because you join the Liberation Army, right? And they're like
Yeah.
a ragtag group of guys. And she dies. She sacrifices herself to allow you to escape this trap that the Empire puts on you, right? Because the bad guys are called the Empire, right? So she dies, but now you get to see her and what she was up to prior to the first game, right? That's cool. I'm all in.
今ようやくこの目で見ています。人々が帝国の圧政に苦しむ姿を。
Like I said, I love the graphics. I love what's going on. I love the fucking combat. Everything's hitting exactly like it should.
処分前の人働きだ。死に物狂いで踊れ。
薬で無理やりそれを呼び起こし刺激するのさ。
なあお前ら、なんでこの石を欲しがってんだ？
さあ、敵は刻一刻と迫ってきます。
Look at it. It's got army battles just like in the original game, but updated. I'm good. I'm there for it.
決断の時です。
この地に粛清の集う兆しがあります。
It's got
今は
silliness.
運命が揺らぎ、未来が見えぬ時、その道は時に壮絶なものとなるでしょう。未来を見つめ進みなさい。
Konami's finally come through for me, TJ. Finally. Aaron,
Finally.
I'm excited. Finally, it's come through.
They got their heads on the
Gabbing.
幻想水湖でスターリープ。
There it is. There it is, TJ.
Oh,
Free to play.
nice.
In-game.
Top
It's a
load
fucking Android game. It's a fucking mobile game.
That's
They fucked me.
ridiculous.
They
Look
fucked
at
me,
this
TJ.
game.
They fucking mobile game.
Microtransaction ridden. Let's go.
Oh my god.
It was this. We were this close to perfection. I was right there. I was like, yes. Right at the end. Right at the end. iOS, Android, Steam. Free to play microtransactions. Damn it.
Yeah, is that? Oh my god.
Top
It
Loader
looks
says
like
they did the
Genshin
same thing to
Impact
me
and
with the
said
Contra
yes.
game.
Oh my god.
No.
They want to torture you, man. You know, get you all excited.
I'm pretty sure it's been like 18 years since there's been a Suikoden game.
56K says at least it's not the pachinko game.
Fucking Konami. How could you do this to me?
Fucking Konami.
F56K is loving it.
Man, I seen this. I seen the announcement, right? I was like, oh my god, there's a new Suikoden game. I was all
great.
excited, watching the trailer. It's like, yeah. No, damn it.
It's like,
Rothan is right. This will die, you know, in a few years. It'll be over.
2006.
year.
I've been waiting since 2006. Okay?
Those two people have phones.
yes, I thought you have phones.
assholes. I mean, why won't you do this to me?
What are we doing here, bud?
Yeah.
You took so long to get here. I thought I was wrong. No. I told you it was right at the end. Just threw it in right at the end. I'm still gonna get it though. That's the fucked up part. Is I'm still gonna get it because I want to play this fucking game.
Sad.
Man, you're gonna be on your phone. You're gonna drain your phone's battery just playing this game all day.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to see the other disappointment in my life, guys?
Yep.
Oh.
I swear to God. Marvel Mystic Mayhem teaser trailer. Are you ready to break the nightmare?
Oh, no. Don't tell me this is another production slop.
You lost the second you set foot in the dreamscape. Struggle all you like, but you're trapped in your worst nightmare.
Okay, I like the art so far.
Yeah.
Marvel games. Ready?
It is
There
time
it
for
is.
you to face
found
the
it.
truth you fear, Scarlet Witch.
I'm gonna win that power back. My head.
It's a mobile game. You know how the Midnight Suns is? So it's like a mobile strategy game with Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Everything looks good except for the mobile part. Like I would buy it. Just make it regular. Give me a version of it. Do you know I literally own the Marvel what is it, like Puzzle Quest, right? So they released a version for PlayStation that had no microtransactions. And it was like a stripped down bare bones. I bought it because I like the game. I like fucking Marvel and I like fucking match 3 games. I was like, it's a Marvel match 3 game. I don't care if none of the extra shit's in there.
Yeah.
Just give me the stripped down version without the extra shit. No updates, whatever. I just want to play the game. It looks fun, but I don't want to play it on my
the best
phone.
part is you own the Steam Deck.
I know. That is the best part, isn't it? And I won't use it. Fuck. I forgot about the Steam Deck.
Great channel ended for Marvel.
Prophecy has come true.
With the Hulk, look at this.
It's got the Hulk, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight.
Yeah, that's supernatural talking.
I am not that demon's puppet.
Got cards.
Oh, the art style.
It's
Got
good
that.
to be back.
Moon Knight.
I have to make this right.
My
Who the
dear
hell is this?
knight, did you not know? Whoever knows fear shall burn at the
Man
touch
thing.
of the man thing.
Of course, Iron Man going to be in the game. Marvel Mystic Mayhem was all in. Look at that.
Until phone.
It's mobile. Global launch on June 25th.
Oh,
So I now have to decide because my phone doesn't have enough room for 2 mobile games, guys. Which mobile game am I getting?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like playing mobile games because again, they're so addicted and they drain the battery like crazy.
You guys don't understand. I literally spent, and I'm going to say this, and you guys are going to like fucking laugh, okay? Before my phone was outdated where I couldn't play it anymore, I used to play Marvel Contest of Champions. I spent, I want to say at least $500 on microtransactions on that game.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Second phone time. Yeah, I know.
Oh, one of my friends was into that. Yeah.
It's
Mobile
fun
games
because
are
you're like, yeah. So I think the Marvel game is going to go on the phone because it doesn't have a Steam version, and then the Suikoden game will go on the Steam Deck. You could probably get it on the Steam Deck. Look, all these games are good. These fucking mobile games are fun. It's the microtransactions that just make them a drag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ruin it.
I don't get Marvel
become
DC
repetitive.
create characters and spit out open world Spider-Man Arkham Knight style games. As many characters that work and don't force them to work. That's how we get bad Supermans. Now, I said that before. There should be just make a Spider-Man open world game where it's dynamic, right? So imagine like a
PlayStation 2
world
was,
size of GTA, right? Like the size of GTA, where you just swing around as Spider-Man. You stop crimes, and then every once in a while you'll get like an alert, like my spider sense tingles, and then you'll know like, oh, the rhino is rampaging. So you go stop him. That puts him in jail, right? If you beat him, he goes to jail, and then like there's a timer, and then like after so many in-game hours, like he breaks out, and just have a whole bunch of guys. So like, you know, they're not all the super villains ain't active at the same time, but while you're fighting one, right? So like, oh, I fought the rhino, so that means the beetle's plan now went to stage 2. So now the beetle's harder, so I got to go fight the beetle. Just like in a Spider-Man comics, you have to make decisions which ones to fight, and whoever one you fight, the other guy gets stronger because now his plan is moving into a further phase, right? Mm-hmm. They kind of did that with the it's not Streets of Rage, the Double Dragon, the Double Dragon remake, where like you got to pick which gang to fight, and then the other gangs got stronger, right?
Yeah.
Not something like DC. I don't want it where it's multiplayer. I don't want to fucking everyone
online. No, single player.
No online, single player. You play it by yourself, and the game just has a shit ton of content for you to play with. It doesn't need to have story. You don't need a story, right? I don't need Spider-Man to like have to follow a plot and blah blah. Like the plot is, I'm Spider-Man fighting crime every day. I wake up, you got an in-game clock. Yeah, you have an in-game clock, and you go through the fucking city. You do the Spider-Man shit, right? That's it. That's all you have to do.
And then you have to rest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just make it a simulator. You have like has to go get food, like little meters, like his
food.
Well, I'm saying, make it like realistic. So you have to decide: do you put off getting food, and that makes you weaker because like your hunger meter goes up, so you're weaker. But if you don't go fight fucking the rhino and you go eat, now the rhino's plan moves ahead, right? That's the give and take of the game, right? I go do this. I go on a date with Mary Jane to keep her happy, but now this other thing is negative. But if I make Mary Jane happy enough, that gives me a boost in some other like aspect, right? Like everything's a bonus or a
morale or something.
So like a negative, pros and cons, right? Everyone's in my personal life is happy, so that makes me more like he said, I got a boost in morale, so my confidence is up, so I'm faster. But the villains were able to move ahead their plan because I didn't balance my life in Spider-Man. Work-life balance, as they say, right? That's how the comics are. Spider-Man has to make decisions. Do I go fucking save Mary Jane, or do I go stop the Scorpion from destroying the university, right? Yes, let me date Mary Jane and date Black Cat at night.
Oh yeah.
Or there's consequences for that.
Or even better, the third option.
Why would anyone keep playing after having cycled through all the villains once or twice? Because that's the point. You just to play a Spider-Man because it's fun. I will play the Spider-Man game just to swing around and stop random bad guys. Oh no! Stop mugging that lady. I'm Spider-Man.
His point of Rhino is you defeat the Rhino. When the Rhino comes back, escapes from jail, the next Rhino mission, whatever, gets stronger and stronger, like more difficult.
Like what he's saying is like after you go after all of it, he said, why would you keep playing, right?
I'm just saying it would get more difficult, right? If
it doesn't have to. What I'm saying is, Aaron, listen. I come from a time. Okay, I come from the before times. Okay, I come from the before times when you would play a video game and there was no story, right? Space Invaders there's Space Invaders and you shoot them, and then the next level is there's Space Invaders and you shoot. What the level after that? Guess what happens, guys? Space Invaders show up and you shoot them, and you keep doing that till you die, right? That's it. That's the whole game. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
Like even in the what's it called? The other open world Spider-Man games on the PlayStation 2, they had the side
Get off my lawn. And no saves. You gotta do it in one shot. You can get villains teaming up.
Yep. Or like
Spider-Man has so many villains.
Let's say Rhino is gone. The Juggernaut comes in, who's even worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have so many villains, so you would have you could have a pool of let's say 30 villains, right? And a pool of each villain would pull from a different plot, right? So you have so you have villains, and then you would have like different plots. So the Rhino could do bank robberies, hostages, and like just destruction. Whereas like the Green Goblin has more elaborate plots, right? And then this guy has more elaborate plots. And then you can hear about plots. Oh, you stopped some criminals from robbing a bank, but they told you about how they were working for the Rhino, and so that you find out there's like other plots. There's no story, but the story is you doing things. You create the story as you go around the city, right? The city is reacting to you, essentially. That's why it would be dynamic. I don't know how
the games used to do that, like where all of a sudden the Rock gives you a chair shot. You have a plot from there.
Tetris do have a story. It has a rocket ship. Yeah. I'm saying you could do it like that, and again, as long as the gameplay is strong enough,
long enough, he'll form a Sinister 7.
Yeah, 6, Sinister 6. TJ, don't add an extra.
Oh, they become 7. Who knows?
One more.
Yeah, Morbius.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, it would just be like you just go through as being Spider-Man, just playing Spider-Man every day, right? As long as the action was fun enough, I think it would carry itself. And remember, if it's open world, and then with an open world and it being really simple like that, you can inject new people into the game every, DLC. There's like 4 more
Spider-Man edition.
Mm-hmm. There's 4 more villains. Yeah, you know what? That's good. Comparison, because you could have where like, essentially the super villains are the bosses, and then you got guys underneath them, and then you have other super villains above them, right? And like sort of a hierarchy system. Oil panic. That damn fire just won't end. Yeah. You should be able to switch between banging MJ, Gwen, and Black Cat. Going from enemy to enemy.
Yeah, there you go.
You could whip your jizz around like a web. That would be you have to mod that. It's a mod. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Instead of the web coming from the hands, comes from
his penis, right?
Yeah.
Swinging around on his dick, just a rope attached to his penis. 1,000 point strength bonus for Monster Energy drink mixed with
the web shooters or
whatever. Domino's pizza in my butt. My evil plot: you never drink Monster again. No, that's a terrible plot. Don't do that to me. People, come on. Let's not. We're getting close. I don't like this. We're this is what happened last time, TJ, where we got really like it's not going to hit it. Then we got so close, like we're right there at 42. It's right there. It's like within striking distance of you guys just fucking me over again, and I don't like that. I'm really not comfortable with that.
I can tell you one thing: beautiful big titty, but naked women just don't fall like the sky,
What about a fast foreplay? Look, you guys you fucking gooners, right? I just want a game where I play as Spider-Man and I beat up some supervillains, and every once in a while, you got to do other shit. Oh, he's got to go to class because he's a teenage Spider-Man.
No, wait. Hold on a minute. Put Yakuza-style mini games in there. Why not?
Photo mode is just paying bills for the Daily Bugle. Yeah. That's how on the Genesis, where you would take pictures, and the pictures would
I remember
add up to money that you would buy your web shooters, your web fluid, right? I want to get it to the point where I push you over 750 again. Oh no, please don't. You loved all the Spider-Man games, all of them. That original Atari one was kind of bad.
Web of Shadows again. That one, nothing beats that. Shattered Dimensions was surprisingly good.
Which is the one? Isn't there one with just Spider-Man and 2099 Spider-Man?
Oh no, that's Edge of Time.
Edge of Time isn't that good. Yeah. Hashtag kick Aaron. Hashtag dislike and unsubscribe from Aaron's channel. I agree with you, Raditty. Aaron has been a bad co-host. He's talking over people, getting very loud. He's it's just terrible. And you're gonna have to give me more money than $2 to kick him, though.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Oh, I love that movie.
I thought it was Shattered Dimensions. Shattered Dimensions has 2099 Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man, Noir
and Miguel, right? Miguel,
that's 29.
Miguel is 2099.
Yeah, it has the 4 because that one has 4, but the other one just has 2. Edge of Time just has the 2 Spider-Man.
That's the one with Mysterio, right? The one with Mysterio is the main villain. With the 4 Spider-Man.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah.
I like that Amazing Spider-Man game for SNES, and obviously, but also Maximum Carnage. Maximum Carnage was good.
Did you like the Separation one? Also,
Separation Anxiety. That's what I was gonna say. Separation Anxiety wasn't good. I didn't like that one. Maximum Carnage was good. I beat it. I beat the SNES version of Maximum Carnage, but it had some really weird, like, oh, if you stand on this spot and do like a backflip or something, like you go to like a hidden level. Like there was some really weird mechanics in there that wasn't that great. Like it was Spider-Man, so I played it and I got through it, but it wasn't great. The
soundtrack
one
was top notch though, until you find out
What?
they're all stolen music from Black Sabbath. That's
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't stolen. It was Green Jelly did the soundtrack, and they were all licensed.
Oh yeah, just the what's it called? The Carnage song, yeah. But I'm saying like the Mob Rules, they actually stole that one. They called it Supervillains.
No, they didn't steal it. Green Jelly did the soundtrack. It's on Green Jelly. Green Jelly, that's the name of the band that did the music.
Oh, there is one song called Supervillains, and it's actually the Mob
Right. If
Rules.
they took it, if they stole it, what I'm saying is it wasn't them. It wasn't the soundtrack. It wasn't like the studio who made the game
I
made the
know.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey,
Studio,
you rock band, would you like to do the soundtrack?" They go, "Yeah." And they gave them songs. They go, "Okay, I guess these are legit." Like it wasn't their fault.
Mhm.
I don't blame the game makers. What was it,
Yeah.
like Acclaim? I don't blame Acclaim. The other game, the one that was based on the TV show, I think it was Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, yes, it was the TV show. Yeah, the animated series.
That one was good. It wasn't great, but it was.
No, it wasn't
fun.
great.
Spider-Man and the X-Men stuck the dick. I hated that game.
Yeah,
Oh,
Where Arcade is the big
Yeah.
villain.
yeah.
Why they chose Green Jelly? Because they had that Three Little Pig song that everybody was loving. They were pals with Tool. So yeah, something about a wrestling channel. Is that what you're trying to get, Aaron?
She's,
Aaron and me are trying to convince Tony to let us run the Frog Tony Wrestling channel. Well, who knows? You know what? I heard that NWA is going to have a deal with Roku to be on Roku TV in the West. Maybe it's just US. So maybe I'll get into NWA. Me and Billy
Trash
Corgan. He's a
wrestling.
Chicago guy. I'll be the AEW, the New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Hog, and the GCW correspondent.
yeah. Okay, Red.
NWA is gay. No, it's not. NWA is the legacy.
Not
It's the
this
legacy.
NWA Red. Not this Red. Not this one, Tony. Did not. You won't like this NWA.
I've seen it. I watch the one wrestling channel that always covers it, Ring of the Hawk. So it's not great, but it's wrestling, right?
Yeah.
When Maynard James Keenan says, "Get that Bob Marley looking motherfucker out of here," in a live track of their first album, he was referencing the vocalist of Green Jelly. Oh, I did not know that. Have you seen Tyrus as NWA champion? Yeah, that was terrible. He's not the champion anymore, I don't think.
No, he's not. No.
That was a really.
You're talking about the guy who used to dance.
Oh, would you do it? So, Aaron, here's a question for you, Aaron. A wrestling question, right?
Yeah.
Let's say for whatever reason you became a professional wrestler, right? Boom, you're a professional wrestler. You got two offers on the table, right? They say you can go to the WWE, where you're going to be a mid-carder, Aaron, or you can go to the NWA and they're going to make you NWA World Champion.
Easy.
You will
WWE.
join a prestigious line of
No.
champions.
No, WWE.
No?
Easy. You make more money in WWE than you make as champion in NWA, guarantee.
Oh, obviously that, but so you're in it for the money. I think I'd
That
rather
would be
have the
There's only a
notoriety.
jobber, see? Money.
No,
I
but
mean-
you're a mid carder, which is still good. But what I'm saying is,
I mean-
there's only so many people, Aaron. There's only so many people that have been NWA World Champion, right? You're gonna go into history. You'll be in the history books. You'll be in Wikipedia. No matter how bad of a record
With Tyrus?
you'll be in the record books, right? When you die, your money goes away, but your record, your legacy will always
All
be.
right.
I think for me, having my name as NWA World Champion would be more important to me than the money.
I think I'd rather
Aaron's wrestling
lose.
gimmick, a Jewish
I think-
banker character like IRS, only he's Jewish.
I think I'd rather be in WWE first because even as a mid carder, you get more money, more exposure, and you definitely wrestle against better talent. And I mean, yes, NWA has a legacy, but this NWA has tainted it. I'm sorry, like.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not saying it
poison.
hasn't, but at the end of the day, you're in the record books. As a mid carder, there's no guarantee you're ever going to be anything other than a mid carder that eventually fades away.
Hey, you know, some mid carders do fine. In
You want to
WWE.
be Maven? You want to be fucking Maven? Aaron?
I don't consider Maven a mid card. I consider like people like I don't know.
He eliminated the Undertaker from the Royal Rumble.
I consider people like in the WWE these days. I consider people like LA Knight, Chad Gable. People
LA
like
Knight's
that.
not no mid carder.
But he's upper card, mid card. But like
Upper mid card, sure, but not mid card. Mid card are guys who don't win championships.
depends.
No, there's no depends unless there's a lower like a European championship. Sure.
I mean, if I have other choice, I'd rather go to AEW if that's the case. Because AEW.
No, that's not the choice. The choice wasn't that. The choice was mid carder in WWE or NWA World Champion. Those are your choices. Stop adding other shit to it. I'm just saying, I'd rather have the legacy. I'd rather have my name on the record books. Eli Drake needs to leave the Fed before he gets too old.
I think wrestling. If I ever been a Carter, if I ever get, I think wrestling in a Royal Rumble match is bigger than being NWA champion right now.
It's bigger to you. I think it's bigger as far as like promotion and getting your name out there. But in the history books, go look at Wikipedia. It's gonna be like, do you want to be just a list of names of people that were also in the Royal Rumble, or do you want to be NWA World Champion Aaron World Order alongside names like fucking Harley Race, Stan Hansen, Jerry the King Lawler, Hulk Hogan.
Well, Hulk Hogan was he WCW champion? I guess I don't know if that's NWA, but I mean, if you ask me this, if
I take the WWE wrestler and catering before I take the WWE champion.
Yeah, if you ask me, it's 34 years ago, definitely NWA champion. But
34 years ago, no shit. That's what I'm saying now, though. I'd still rather, I think, because look, just because you're the NWA champion doesn't mean you can't eventually leave. Just like you can't go from one to the other. But right now, I'm guaranteeing you NWA championship, right? You could always later on in a year, 2 years, go to the WWE, right? But going from the WWE mid card, there's no guarantee that you become NWA championship, right?
I know. But
that's all I'm saying. I'd rather take the championship up front than dick around in the WWE. I mean, look how many really good wrestlers were in the WWE that got released and never became anything.
The thing is, titles, the prestige of championships now and now, it doesn't really mean it as much as back then anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not about prestige to me. It's about legacy. Again, the history books are not going to remember. In 100 years from now, they won't remember who were the mid carders that were just fucking around. The Takamisha Nukos, fucking
it was more of a
Funakis, the Jimmy Wang Yangs are not going to be fucking remembered, right?
You did remember them.
I
remember them. Now,
Takamisha, you're right. But he was in New Japan. He's a legend. Like he's a legend in Japan. But that's Japan.
Val Venus is not going to be remembered in like 100 years. He's going to be like a fucking trivia question. Who was the porn star wrestler in the WWF?
I mean, the Val Venus did hold the IC title a couple times.
Yeah, we're talking wrestling. Let's
yeah.
Got to disengage. Is there any other games you want? Is there like a new? What the hell was that? Come on. Invincible. There's an Invincible.
Oh yeah,
There's an Invincible game from the showcase.
Yeah, was it Invincible Verse or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Is it sure it's called Invincible Verse?
Yeah, it's like Invincible VS.
Yeah.
Official trailer. Let's see. Did we watch? I don't think we watched that. We must have somehow we missed that.
It was Sunday. The showcase was on a Sunday. They didn't reveal the trailer. Because it shows on a Saturday, right? The Xbox Showcase, I believe it's on a Sunday.
Xbox Showcase. Fuck, that's why we didn't watch it, because of the Xbox Showcase.
Yeah.
We'd never watch the Xbox Showcase because fuck Xbox. They're gay.
I'm stronger than you, Thula. Always have been.
So it's got blood. It's got that going for it.
I mean, it is Invincible, right?
I've never actually watched Invincible.
Well, yeah. Well, Invincible is basically a mature show.
Yeah, but I think that's going to limit.
I'm ending this. Incoming.
He sounds so fucking soy. I'm ending this. Listen to him.
If you watch the show, he really is soy.
But I'm just saying, like,
I'm ending this.
I'm ending this. It's not so gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a superhero I want to be.
Incoming. Here you go. It's gonna hurt. Not done yet. Last
Stay down. This is over. I gotta play it to see how it feels. But it looks like the hit detection isn't good. It doesn't look like it feels good to play.
Yeah. And the voice line seems
Here you go.
Might want to look up.
I'm up.
So it's a tag game, huh? Sign up to learn more at invinciblesfirst.com. Oh, there's more. Hold on.
Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know, Comics Bros. I don't think it looks good.
I'm not impressed.
Mark sounds gay in the show. The comic didn't do that to him. The Marvel beat 'em up game has team versus mechanics. Yeah, it's 4-on-4. Watch the first episode of Invincible, Tony. It is gruesome. That's what I hear, but I don't know.
It's a gruesome show.
The gore. Yeah.
It's probably really good, but for some reason I don't find it appealing. Like, it's a guy who's got like Superman-like powers. It's like, okay. No, it's not.
It's like DC, but messed up.
It's not for me.
Where haven't I seen that before?
I mean, because again, Spider-Man wasn't one of my favorite heroes. I'm not a fucking Superman guy. I'm a fucking Hulk guy, right? I'm brooding. I'm a brooding nerd who gets mad. Autistic kid who gets mad and breaks shit until you leave him alone. Okay? The Hulk is not. I don't care what anyone says. Look at him. He's fucking autistic. Okay, he's super smart, right? What does he want? He wants to be left alone. When autistic people have their episodes, they want to get away from the thing that's aggravating them. When the Hulk gets aggravated, annoyed, angry at things, he rages out and breaks shit until he gets removed from the thing that's annoying him or aggravating him or overwhelming him. He's 100% Asperger's. Okay, he's got Asperger's. He's like the comic book representation of Asperger's. Okay, they didn't do it on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, it worked out that way. True. He's the loner. He wants to move away from the other Avengers. Fuck you guys.
Doesn't want to.
He does the right thing, but but nobody appreciates it because he's a monster. So that's a thing.
Yeah, nobody appreciates him.
People are afraid of him. He feels like an outcast. Doesn't feel appreciated. He can't relate to everybody.
Yeah,
he's autistic. He's super smart.
Yeah,
he's got autism.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know what they were doing when they made him, but like I said, I think it just kind of just fell in. Like all the pieces were just there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the question. I think we got one question. No, we got three comments. So maybe it's 3 questions. Maybe it's just one. Okay. Don't forget, tomorrow, Frog Tony Gaming Channel will be gaming. Finally,
Oh, let's
And
go.
I forgot about the 24-hour wait, and I didn't put in to make it live stream able until Tuesday. So I was like, "Fuck, I couldn't live stream." So
Save
tomorrow,
the Norfolk stuff for Monday.
yeah. Save the who?
Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk. Yeah. Monday for Norfolk, and the rest of the rich stuff. And anything else that happens in the next couple of hours, right? I'm sure I'm gonna end this stream and like just look at Twitter, go, "Oh shit, look at all this! Everything just fucking hit the fan." Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll hit all that Monday. Tomorrow we'll do some gaming, which should be fun. I'm probably going to try to get a bunch of comic book reviews and content put up on the comic book channel to get that going. We got pretty decent views on the one review
The Maniac
that I got
review?
up, right?
Yeah.
So that's always good. Let me see. What do I got?
Super chat anyway.
It's got 86 views, which on the grand scheme of things is not a lot, right? But there's only 20 subscribers on the channel, and it's an indie comic review for the Maniac. I don't think a lot of people are searching that out, right?
Yeah.
So Marvel is for F slurs. DC is racially superior. I don't think so, Red. I don't think so. DC, dumb comics, sucks. Okay.
There's a lot of DEI in DC.
Marvel has always been the superior. Okay. Always. What am I looking for here?
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Will Frog Tony Gaming take a crack at community gaming? Another Street Fighter tournament would be good. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know if it'll be Street Fighter. What's the Street Fighter 6? It's the latest one, right? I got Street Fighter 6. I don't have the all the expansions and everything, but I could re-download it and we could play some Street Fighter 6 if everyone wants. You know, we're not great. I think the fun is watching a bunch of retards try to play Street Fighter really badly. What we should do, here's what we should do. Get a bunch of beers, okay? Hear me out on this. Winner drinks, okay?
Oh.
Because if you win, your reward is a drink, but then the drink should make you a little less able to play the game, right? So if you're winning a lot, you're drinking a lot, and then boom, you lose because
the stakes are higher.
Yeah. The fun is rage quitting. But Tony likes She-Hulk, so he's corny too. I like the She-Hulk comic, okay? She's naked in like most of the issues. Okay?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, the John Burton runs. Come on.
Yeah.
Everybody likes
There's literally a cover where she's jump roping nude. Come on. It's fantastic.
Like the self-awareness, the fourth wall breaking. Like, what the fuck are you doing, John Burton? No, don't draw me like that. That's fucking hilarious.
What are we doing here, buddy? When she walks from one panel to the next, she's like, "Oh, we got to go across country," and she's like, "Well, how would you get there?" And it's just like, "Hold on," and she just walks from one panel to the next. It's like, "There, we're there. Don't worry." Like, oh, that's cool. It's like a cartoon. It's like a living cartoon. All right.
I wish a TV
Kid
show
Berman.
was more like that.
Kid Berman says, if you were to be gifted the powers of Shazam instead of Billy Batson, would you A, share that shit like he did, or B, keep it all for you, baby? Oh man, if I had the powers of Shazam, would I share it? Nah, you know what? Yeah, I probably would. I would share it because there's Finbar would get some and TJ would get a little bit. Because I could trust those guys, right? Because I got to go to sleep. Here's the thing, right? I need to go to sleep eventually.
The amount of crimes that happen, No,
I don't care about crimes. I don't care about all that shit, TJ. Whoa, he didn't say if you were a superhero, okay, TJ?
He said powers.
Yeah. Fuck the crimes, okay?
He'd be turned to Black Adam. He'd be turned to Black Adam.
I'm going to be Black Adam, right? But here's the thing. Like, if I go to sleep, I'm going to need TJ to be awake, and he needs to have powers to protect me, right? So, like, when I'm sleeping, TJ has some of the powers so he can protect me. Or, like, when I'm fucking, right? I want to be able to concentrate on the fucking and not worry about, oh shit, some guy tries to assassinate me while my dick's wet, right? So TJ and Finbar will have powers like, hey, I'm gonna go fuck. Watch the door.
Now I know why Spider-Man, Peter Parker hired Miles Morales. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have a super.
Uh-oh. Rest in peace, Malin. We will avenge you. What happened to Malin?
Oh, they struck him, apparently. Everybody's saying in the chat.
What? TJ, how did I just tell you everything was going to go to shit?
Wow, we didn't even log off yet. Yeah.
I just had some things to get off my chest. Shout out, big shout out, big shout out. Shout out to you. Whew. Yada, yada, yada.
Eaton Ass says, Eaton Ass. I just got it. Eaton Ass. Eaton Ass.
Perfect name.
Mm-hmm. Perfect name. This is ridiculous. What happened? One of those dickheads strike him. Was he on X2? It should say who did it. It says, and Malin just went down in the middle of EVS calling out the Dungeoneers shit.
Oh, of course. Must be Edwin.
Sounds like you want a husband, Tony. Shut up, 56K. EVS better go live. Don't go live, boy. See, I got people in the live chat asking about John Malin's stream getting yeeted. Fuck. What's going on? Let's find out what was going on. Where
it's like the last time when Butterball Sanguise doing the same shit.
Yeah. Let's go to Ethan. Ethan's Twitter should have what's going on. Where is Ethan? Why do you not have nothing up? You should have something up. I gotta go to fucking John Malin's now. John Malin, 2 times writer of the year, the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. John Malin trying to steal my gimmick, DJ. The fuck?
Everyone's the bad guy now.
I'm the bad guy. Let's see.
Yeah, you're
Katie has the explanation over here. Look.
Are Fraga and Smiller trying to intimidate our boy Shane? Oh, what the fuck? That's 28 minutes ago. Katie got the explanation. John played the clip of Miller recording Fraga getting a handshake, and they hit his channel just now.
They were watching the stream. They saw that.
Smells like Dungeoneer shit to me.
Caught. That's what happened.
John's stream was flagged for something, probably showing someone's video of Fraga and Shane not shaking hands. EBS just showed up too. It's flag it. So 28 minutes ago, he put up this 27 minutes. Let's watch this.
And action.
Don't start your thing all over again.
My name's Sody. You watching the show?
Yeah. We got the... What, did he just get through his fucking intro and then... So yeah, so I guess right here is where they got flagged. So he only got 27 minutes in, huh?
Yep.
Apparently.
Barely even started.
Learn more. View in studio.
Copy strike.
They're actually watching these videos and sending community guideline strikes now, these guys.
Yeah.
I had Luke Stone reach out to me like, what happened to our people? I'm like, these aren't our people, dude. The people who are sitting there angry that I've got a campaign up on Fund My Comic right now and that are trying to figure out a way to get it taken down and to make it so that I can. These are not, those, you're dealing with a bunch of fucking Mark Wades now. You're dealing with honest to God, like SJWs. You're not dealing with our people. These are not comics gators. And I told him, I said, stop making concessions to them. I should be able to have 2 or 3 campaigns going on Fund My Comic if you want your platform to grow. I don't just need 1 on there. I can get 3 of them on there, at least. And anybody complaining about it should go fuck themselves. It's not their business. It's none of their business.
Spiller can suck my dick, dick.
Oh, okay. Mandy is stream. Let me take this down so I can see what she's saying. Probably that I've been taken down. That's probably what's going on here. Let's see. Mandy shared a post. Oh, it's just the one. Oh, I guess it was just.
So this must have continued on X past when they got struck down on Twitter or on YouTube. That's why this guy's saying copyright strike.
Popping up. I don't know why it would pop up. Same thing. It's just
community guidelines. Did we say anything about the Jews?
I don't think so. We barely talked about anything. We haven't said anything bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to stop and relaunch? Did you get a strike?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a strike.
Go check real quick.
All right. Let me go ahead and shut down. I'll try to restart. If not, then whatever. Someone else will stream. I'll pop on maybe. All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye.
Well, there you go. We got the explanation. No one knows. Oh, dang it. I don't have X.
It's probably for a good reason.
No, it's not a good reason, Aaron. It seems like a bunch of assholes, ex-Comicsgate people, Dungeoneers are mad that they're making fun of them. So they struck John's channel. That's what it looks like.
No, I mean, probably good reasoning of X. Like X is cesspool.
I was talking about Galaxy Stranger,
Yeah.
No, that's still not a good. He should have X. All you guys should have X. So you can follow me on X. Okay.
Okay.
Just have X to follow me. I don't care what else you do. Just follow me and then fuck off forever. Okay. I just want the followers on X. That's it. I guess they were. They went up to Shane or something.
It has to be Buffalo. Yes, because he's been doing this shit.
That's fucked up. That's when finally he got his crew. It's probably that fucking Richard Embry guy. Yeah, let's blame him.
Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo. All right. Let's get back to the. So yeah, I'm sharing the powers, but only so these guys can protect me. Elvor says, "What stage of the manic depressive cycle is Vito currently in? What is the manic depressive cycle? What are the official stages?"
Let's wrap up first. Let's see. We can compare.
I think he's saying, is he on the depressive side? How long do manic and depressive episodes last? The last time I seen him, it seemed like he was on a manic episode, right? So I think he's heading towards the depressive episode. And then Shane was like, okay. Yep, Smiller and Fraga pulled up on Shane.
Extreme highs and extreme lows.
Yeah, I think he's heading onto an extreme low. I think that's where he's heading. But what's stupid is, weren't these guys are like, you don't do that. We don't go to conventions and get in people's faces. And then they go to conventions and get in Shane's face constantly. Make that make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Can you steel man any of the arguments John's Longbox made in his videos with Liam and Rich? No, because they're retarded. I don't steel man retarded arguments.
Even the idea that there's no support. These are the same guys who say that they can get support on their own. But then do that. Right?
I mean,
that's the only thing I can steal, man. But the answer is right there.
I would have to lie. Like, if I steel man, his arguments are so retarded and weak, and I'd just be basically lying at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any version of it where it's in reality based, right? It's like no one's helping me, so I just have to ignore all the help that John's Longbox and Rich got for the last 2 or 3 years from people like me and Katie, right? Grab a oar means you're a slave. I just have to ignore the fact that when you're on a ship and everyone's rowing, you're pushing the ship. You're helping to propel the ship forward. That's what grab an oar.
You had all the links to the shows and did nothing with them.
So I wish I could. I'm not retarded enough to even construct a steel man argument for any of that shit. Now, Rediddy with the 5. I will LOL out loud after I do confrontation on Smiller and trick him into putting me in a self-defense situation. Okay, Riley. We know it's you in disguise. What you should do, because it's Smiller, is you should put him in a situation where he grabs your junk, and then you can call him gay. He's like, Smiller, you grab my cock. You're gay. That'll really just walk up to him.
I know you love sugar, but I ain't got none.
John can't stream now because of YouTube. So it had to be a community guideline strike for bullying or something, because that'll take your channel down from streaming.
Do you have to
a copyright strike won't stop you from streaming. It has to be a community strike.
You have to appeal the community strike?
Yeah, well, you could, but it's not. It usually doesn't go through because they're gonna say I felt bullied, and you're gonna be like, no, you didn't. And like, how do you prove that someone didn't feel bullied? Because we got a
hard
community.
to prove.
I got one for EFAPing a Ginger Cuck video. And he's like, he's bullying me, and like, I was like,
that guy?
No, I'm not. The YouTube's like, well, he says you are. And it's like, you know, what do you want us to do about it? I'm like, oh,
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, you used to see. I mean, this is not the same, but you used to see Blind got banned for 12 hours on X for tying red the fall off a bridge or something. You see that?
Well, that is bullying. I mean,
yeah,
Blinded's an asshole. But you know what's not an asshole? These T-shirts where you could buy lovely T-shirts. And don't forget, if you get a membership to the shop, you get 10% off everything. But you get fabulous Frogman T-shirts with the black circle or the white circle. I like the white circle on a black shirt, and I like the black circle on a red or white T-shirt. Those are my personal favorites. You got the magnet with the new design. Look at that. Look at that. Magnet. Sexy. $5. Get yourself a nice little sexy magnet. Or you can get the meme face magnet. Look at that meme face frog. Of course, we got the Neo Bunny T-shirts.
That's right.
She's stacked for the attack. Look at those. Look at those cannons. $15. You can't buy it. You can't beat that with a stick. Ripper Pale Kids were trying that. Someone said I should put them on shirts. So there you go. You got one of them on a shirt. And of course, the Ripper Pale Kids logo, $12. You get the official Ripper Pale Distressed logo, right? You get the logo 2-pack stickers. Of course, we got magnets and stickers for all the Ripper Pale Kids. We got magnets for our faux covers. Right now, we got the Maniac team up, and we got the Eagle Boy. We got the Shave Your Shoulders sticker. We got the Hello, my name is Kevin T-shirt and sticker. You can put that bad boy right on you.
That was a classic.
And you could be Kevin, right? Shave Your Shoulders. We got the Shave Your Shoulders T-shirt. We got the Vito tried to rape me, and all I got was this stupid shirt T-shirt.
That's a good one. That's actually good.
Meme face frog hat. We got the Fabulous Frogman new logo mugs. We got the in color. I like the black and white. It has this this weird look to it that I like. But the color version, we got the logo hat. We got the logo T-shirt. Of course, we got the Sturgis magnet. We got the YOLO Jeffrey Epstein. You only live once T-shirt. Surprisingly, we have sold some of these T-shirts. Of course, we got the Sturgis by EBS T-shirt. Look at that. Look at that Sturgis. Of course, we got the Troll Pack. These 5 special pins. We got the Neo Bunny, the Tia and Maddie sticker. Tia and Maddie Dragons. We got the Sturgis the Hedgehog, the young Soy Boy, and of course the Frog Tony was right button, which is my favorite button of all the buttons. Right?
Of course.
Frog Tony was right. The Tia and Maddie shirt, the Tia and Maddie stickers, the 2 packs of ass.
Famous life.
Sticker, of course. The YG Soy Boy. I don't know who that is. Any resemblance to a person living or dead is purely coincidental. Of course, the Nail Bunny and Sturgis the Hedgehog mug, Nail Bunny tumblers, Sturgis the Hedgehog stickers, Nail Bunny magnets, Nail Bunny stickers, Ripper Pale Kids Series 1. You get the 4-pack, or you can get the individual ones, different sizes. And we got the magnets that go with those. So there you go. We got plenty of stuff in the shop. Go support your boy.
Right. Stray Beans is saying Quarter Pounder is next. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, we got the ads one. Still isn't finished. You got to give me the finalized ads one, and then the Quarter Pounder one will be the last one. Stacked for the attack. Long,
hell yeah.
Long. Yeah.
I'm still finishing this one page in the comic, and then I'll work on the Fembath crossover. That's going to be nice.
John Shortbox, or as we like to call him, John's Dongbox, has been bugging Ethan for several months trying to get on Comicsgate Live. Never bugged the Frog Father. I wonder how long John's not going to be able to stream. Probably maybe a week. If it's his first one, it might be just a week, or it might be a couple of weeks. Team Lamal offering what the original creators can't offer. Pretty much. That shop shows the success of the channel. Thank you. Vito says it's not real. Vito says those aren't real products. Those aren't real. I don't.
So you sold fake products?
Yeah, I never brought a product to market. I go, Vito, look at all the shit I'm selling. What are you talking about? I'm bringing product to the market.
I'm still surprised to this day that stuff is selling. Like even Sturgis the Hedgehog is selling.
I literally sold a book with no fucking words in it. Okay?
I bet you Sturgis bought Sturgis the Hedgehog.
Probably. But I'm just saying, I'm such a great salesman. I sold a book with no words in it. It's a blank book, 28 pages of no books, of no words, nothing. It's got a cover, it's got a back cover, and then inside it just says placeholder, randomly scattered throughout the pages. That's it. The success it is we are seeing.
You stole that book because you wanted people to write their own story in it.
No, I sold that book because it covered every single Intellivision Amico game released in that year.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So I sold, and people bought it. Several people, lots of people bought it. I sold at least a dozen copies of that book. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Which is pretty good considering. There's really no community. There's really nothing. Like it was just everyone knew it was a joke. Everyone understood it was just a little shit jokey book. It was never meant to be taken serious.
Hey, at least you got money.
Tony was so good. He sold blank pages to people. Tony is certified.
You should have been on the New York bestsellers. Beside blank pages, that's a milestone. That's like an accomplishment.
Vito is a fat ass who can't comprehend that you can actually deliver your product to your customers, unlike those who bought Super Killer 1 3 years ago now.
Oh, God. You're one of them, right, brother?
Has it really been 3 years?
So.
Yeah, I think. I don't think it's been 3 years. I think it's been 3 years since he started talking about it. I don't know if it was 3
since
years.
the making. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is that it? I think we've covered everything. Now we got everyone coming in because John Malin's stream got ended, but I don't think we got anything to cover. Should I plug the book? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the book.
I have. I think you showed it to me once. Blind was on that. I think others were on it a couple of years ago.
I'm talking about the chat, sir. The chat was who I was referring to, Aaron.
Who cares about the chat? I'm kidding, guys.
I care about the chat. They're my chat. I love my chat. In case the chat wants to support me and buy a blank book. I want 40% off. So look, the Ultimate Intellivision Amico Guidebook, Volume 1, 10/10/2020 to 10/10/2021 edition. Paperback. Look at that. On the cover, you get the picture of the Amico shell signed by everybody and myself. People were really mad at me when I did this. I don't know if you guys understand this. Okay, I bought an Amico shell at a charity auction for $2,000. It cost me $2,000 for a piece of plastic. I bought it because I was a detractor of the Amico and I didn't want any of the Amico fans to have it. Okay?
It's like something Chris Bacon would do.
And I bought it, and it was signed by the entire staff in gold. As you can see, in gold lettering, it's all signed by the staff. Okay. I then, on live stream, when I got it, I unboxed it, I got it, and I showed it off, and I wrote my name. I got a silver marker, and I wrote my name. People were mad. They're like, "You're ruining the value." I'm like, "Fuck you."
You know what's impressive? You know what's impressive about this? You got a 3.6 review on a blank book.
So yeah, so that's my name. That was my handle. Tony TGD signed it live. And then, so that's just that version. But right now, there's several more signatures on it because I got people that were involved in the scam to sign it. Pat the NES Punk refused to sign it.
He said he was. Tellerico?
He said he was going to sign it, but then he didn't.
Tellerico?
Yes, he signed it. He owned the thing. His signature's on there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh my god.
My signature was added. All the white stuff is mine. The ANA, I put the ANA logo on it.
Yeah.
Amico No Access. See, it's got an ISBN code. Vito was mad too because he goes, you didn't bring any product to market. I go, I got a book on Amazon, Vito. Trashcast is on. They force Ethan's hand. Expect bunker bombs to be deployed. Hell yeah. All right, good. That way I'll send you guys over there. So you want to buy a blank book to support me on Amazon? The reviews are awesome. Let me go over the reviews real quick, Aaron, because you're going to love this. So I got 5-star reviews, 2-star, 1-star, and 3-star. Dorkside says, he's a verified purchase. This book is a must-have for anyone interested in the Intellivision Amico. It's a riveting tale detailing every Amico game released for the last year. A great keepsake for gaming history. That was in 2020.
I'm glad he got the joke.
This guy here, verified purchaser, no name. Amico fans, please look elsewhere. After purchasing this book, I realized that nothing in the description is accurate. It may seem like a fun joke by the author, but slapping a fancy cover on a book that contains no material other than the words placeholder page, placed slapdash 28 times throughout its pages, is more than a little disingenuous. If you want a book about the Intellivision Amico, please don't waste your money on this one. Give me a 1-star review, that asshole.
How many books are there about the Amico anyway?
There are no books.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
A retro gamer from the UK wrote, an amusing souvenir of the controversial Amico scene. It is exactly what the description says it is. The content is truthfully minimal due to the lack of published games, but it makes for an enjoyable souvenir of the controversial Amico scene. Product delays and from 2018 to 2022 so far. The brevity of the content speaks to the subject matter better than verbose ramblings. There are some improvements I'd look for in a second revision, and for the 2021 to 2022 I'd like to see page numbers, an index, a glossary of terms, and with these additions on blank pages, the placeholder text for that page is not in the same place on each page and occurs twice on some pages. The Amazon print-on-demand service makes up the majority of the cost, leaving the author with a tiny return, which he committed to contribute to charity. An ebook version would get this to a wider audience. And I did. I took all the money I raised on this and gave it to charity. Amico has nothing forever. Verified purchase. This book has the exact coverage the Amico company deserves. Nothing. Zero. Dustin Gibson says, bad joke. For every company person that fell into debt during the COVID boogie virus situation, no one is barking notice that Microsoft and Sony both had severe shortage of Xbox Series and PlayStation Series systems on the shelf. Even Nintendo was having trouble getting their Switches out. The difference is those things exist, you fucking idiot. Hey, why are you upset that this thing... You're upset that this thing never came out and it stole 17 million? Well, Nintendo had shortages, huh? Aren't those two things the same? Shortages and never coming out. Identical. Fucking identical.
Yeah.
This is funny because it says, I say, if Intellivision can get it done late to the game, I want to see it. I want to play it. Take the delays and get it done right. The true game fans and innovators remembered the fable, the tortoise and the hare. I hope the system knocks the haters off the court. Well, that was in 2022. I wish people would come back to the reviews so they could be like, actually, turns out I was wrong and the Amico never came out. Sorry. M. Stacy says, amusing idea, but a bit sad for the author. It's an amusing joke for those who have followed the Amico mess. Why did you put Amico in quotes? The quote Amico mess. But the description clearly informed the buyers that the content is blank. As of this writing, it does not. Not everyone is in on the joke and or fully educated and informed on the situation. It may actually expect some content for their money. 1, selling a product that is virtually blank is not much different from a game company selling physical games that are virtually empty boxes. So way to be different from those you're criticizing. 2, it's probably a bit sad for the author to realize that the best way to sell a book is if they, quote, don't write anything in it. That's got to sting a bit. Guys, it hurts my feelings that I wrote a book that has no content in it. I'm such a bad writer that the only way I could get a book out is if I didn't actually put anything in it. Amazonian says, it says what it is. It says what it says. It is what it says. Damn it. This product is an accurate list of every Amico game released this year. Very insightful, honest, transparent, and a valuable souvenir for any fan of the Amico saga. Tommy Tellerico, Tommy T says, woo! Finally, a guidebook for the only home gaming system for everyone. Any book talking about the Amico and its super cool founder is A-OK in my book. My friend John said it best. Tommy, any press is good press. Do you know what I told him? Boom, baby! If this book sells one more Amico, it's doing more than that dolt over at Atari Age is. I want to tell you more, but Miyamoto is calling.
I wonder who this is. That's hilarious.
That was Tommy Tellerico. It's Tommy T.
Became mange all of a sudden.
Michael Town says, Amic-credible. The most extensive deep dive into the Amico library for the time period currently available. 5 stars. And that was from 2024. Guys, that was from 2024.
Recent.
That was a recent buy, okay?
I mean, that book is getting more relevant.
That book
day
is
by
still
day.
selling. People are
Yeah.
still buying the book. It's crazy. Okay? Verified purchase. He bought it. Someone from another country.
Oh, damn.
So if you want a copy, I wonder if I can get it CGC graded. Here's one more time. The link's in the chat. Go buy it's $5. I think it's $5. You know, it's only $5, guys. It's a $5 purchase. Let's see if I can get more backers.
If it doesn't work out, you know, we can do the heel turn.
Yeah. If you guys don't buy my book, I'm gonna like be really mad and yell and scream, and I'm gonna leave CG. They don't buy my Amico book. I'm
We'll
leaving.
join the Dungeoneers.
Yeah, we can join the Dungeoneers. You crazy kids! Let me go send you over to Ethan. Go find out what happened. Trashcast. Heroes can be gay too. Oh, heroes can be HeroCon bullies and cowards. Heroes can be gay too would have been better. But let me send you guys over there. Have a good evening. I enjoyed this. It's always fun. Man.
Great show.
Just bought another Lamau. Amazon Prime is that easy. Thank you, 56K warning. Hope you enjoy your book. Guys, don't forget, if you buy a copy of my book, if you buy a copy of the Amico book, I will sign it. If you bring it to me, I will sign it. Okay? Shout out.
Tony next whatever convention.
Chris says more backers than Rich.
Tony's gonna have his own panel where you can sign that book for people.
I should. At the next year's too many games, I'm gonna have my own fucking Amico panel. Don't worry. I'll set it up.
Yeah.
As always, love, peace, booty grease. Mouth is bitch.